Hey, everybody. This is Uncle Marco live on 90 Day Fridays.
Welcome, everybody. This is 90 Day Fiancé Fridays with here with Coco, and we have a special guest, Uncle Marco, in the house, and Gina's here too, and George will be here in a few minutes. So, we have a very action-packed show planned for y'all tonight.
Absolutely. I'm very excited.
And for people that don't know, Uncle Marco is Gino's uncle, as featured on the show. And how are you doing, Uncle Marco?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? Thanks for having me. Just reading all the shade.
Yeah, I mean, you're a fan favorite, and you bring that Italian energy in the house,
Let's talk about it.
and you're pretty good with the barbs too.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you. I guess. I don't
People
even know what that
Well,
means.
people like when you said in the comment section, you called
Oh,
Jasmine the Panama Canal.
the J Canal. All capital letters, you notice too. The J Canal because it's huge. I mean, the Panama Canal. You ever seen it? It's big.
It's very wide
Mm.
Yeah,
and
deep.
very wet.
Well, it's got to be deep for them big ships. You know, you got big propellers going in there.
I mean,
Yeah,
it could be many propellers going in at the same time. We don't know.
Mm.
yeah. I don't know. You know, they go in one end, I guess, and they come out in the other ocean over there or something. I've never been there.
True. So how close are you with Gino?
Oh God, I mean, come on. I raised them kids since they were 9. I drew after their mom died, and my brother's going with all that. He was having a lot of different wives and stuff, and what we did is I moved out there on purpose, and me and my wife, we didn't have no kids yet. This is like 72. We bought a house right 9 blocks away. We couldn't afford that neighborhood, but I got a nice house. It's about
Mm.
50, 60 grand and 70, and I had sold it for about 70. Anyways, I moved close to my brother so I could take the kids to church because we were going to church, and I was a church drummer from 1973 till 1985 on TV, Cobo Hall, Jules Arena, play with Bill Driscoll, not tooting my own horn, but just that's what happened. And I wanted to take the kids to church, me and my wife. So we picked them up every Sunday and Wednesday and whenever they want to go to Sunday school, whatever, and try to keep them in the block. But it didn't work out that way because Joe met this drunk lady and the kids got older. And
Marco, let me rein it in with some questions. So,
okay,
how often do you beat Gino in bocce ball?
not too often. He's getting better than me. He's taller. He can see him ball better in the grass.
How often do you go to that restaurant that was featured on the show? The
Oh
one that has
God,
the
I
basketball
love.
courts inside the middle of the restaurant.
That one. There's a couple. They got a few of them out here now because I've been to 2 or 3. The one on the show, I didn't go to that one. I don't think I was on that one. If you remember, there was a big issue that day.
Mhm.
That was when something that she went in the rain and ran, and the camera crew caught up to her. She had no jacket. She left Gino. She was sitting behind the house. It was 45-mile-an-hour winds. It was just a horrible day. They were up in Pontiac at Palazzo's, that nice one. I met
Mhm.
him a couple times at different ones. So I don't think we filmed there. I can't remember.
Did you see that scene where Jasmine saw the like lipstick in the car and she freaked out?
What a trip, right? Who
Do-
knows?
So
My theory, you know what my
you
theory is on that, dude? On Mr. Shabooty there. Uh, just between me and the fence post and all the rest of these people, I would say it might have been put there by somebody.
allegedly, yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I think it was, I'm not going to say who,
Yeah.
but you'll find that out one day when I can really talk. Maybe,
Yeah.
if you want to get me back on one day.
Yeah, I think the fans can read between the lines there.
Yeah, well, it's not what you're thinking. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, production's known to do stuff like that too.
Oh, well, I don't know. That maybe could have happened. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
But
absolutely. Just because I've worked in
oh,
TV.
you've done that?
Well, yeah. I knew a lot of people who worked like behind reality TV and production, and
Ah, so
they
they
would do
could
stuff
set
like
them
that all
up.
the time.
I felt that they could have got set up myself, but I
For
don't know.
sure.
Yeah, and it was brand new. It was not. It should have been used a little bit. One of his coworkers dropped it, right?
Hmm. Did Gino even have like he worked I don't know if he said publicly where he worked, but
Yeah,
like
I know where he worked
are you allowed
and
to say?
all that. I'm not going to say, but that's up to him to divulge.
Right. I assume,
Her,
I assume he worked in like a male dominated
I really
company, no?
don't know. There's a lot of women designers now in Detroit since the '80s, man. There's some
Mhm.
women that will knock your socks off. They're really good, smart, people up in there, and a lot of them are in charge. But I don't know. I that company. I know I was familiar when he worked for the one company, GM, but
Mhm.
uh, it all got screwed up when everything went to China. And what happened? Nothing against China, but it's cheaper to get it done, so everything went over there. They all split up and contracted for a while. Then they could make more money overseas. A lot of them went to Germany. So they weren't really teaching anybody to be these CAD people. And Gino's a whiz at it.
Mhm.
And him and his brother, Tony just retired. And shout out to Tony if he's listening, and Lori up there and way up there in north. And yeah, that's it. Just didn't. It kind of struggle bust along until all these other big companies now, like Solanus and all them, kind of popping up in the
Mhm.
last few years. From the Silicon Valley, and then they're in Detroit, and a lot of it's farmed out. Where before, back in the day, you worked at Ford's, you drove a Ford or a Chevy,
Mhm.
you worked at Gina, and that was it. And that was your
Marco, all right,
whole life.
Marco, I'm jumping around, but so have you been to like the landing strip yet?
No, I don't go to those places, dude. I got grandkids, man. I got 5 grandkids.
You don't want to be caught dead at landing
Heck
strip?
no, I wouldn't be caught dead in them places. And don't I've no. Let me just say this: I have. Uh, I was never an angel in my younger years,
Hmm.
but I've been in them, bachelor parties and stuff. But I don't do a thing for me.
Where did Gino invite you to his bachelor party that was on the show?
Yes, I could have went, and they all begged me to go. I said no, I will not be seen on TV. And one of them places, I'm sorry. It was kind of like when they wanted me to meet her. I won't even talk about that. But I didn't do what I was supposed to. People wanted me to do. I did what I wanted to do in the first initial meeting. I don't
Hmm.
know if I ever divulged that yet, but I don't want to say I can one day.
True. So
And the producer that you have on the show, I can't remember her name, but she probably knows exactly what I'm saying.
mhm.
Sometimes you'll tell if you work for a certain company, they'll tell you to do something. If you don't do it, you do it your way. Maybe it was better that way for you. And they didn't care, but they sure did want me to do it their way.
Hmm.
That's the only way I can explain it, I guess, without saying who went, why, when, and where. But it was between me and Jake and Al, my friend.
Hmm.
She left me, man. She abandoned me at the altar, too. She left me like she left Gino. She cheated on the whole family, I think. What do you guys think? I'm talking too much. You guys asked me 2 questions.
Yeah, Coco, do you have any
Yeah,
questions?
no, I mean,
I had a question and then the chat was throwing me off and it made me,
okay. What was your question?
well, no, well, it made me blank. But so let's see. Marco, so what's the deal? Like, I know Lisa has it out for. Oh, I remember my question now. Never mind, Lisa. So what's the deal with like Michelle being like a huge kiss ass Jasmine?
Well, let me put it this way. Michelle, I love Michelle to death. She's been my niece, like my sister. I was hurt by her and Dana, but we're working it out. We're working through it right now. But I hadn't talked to them in about 8 months, dude.
Do you
And I
feel?
was,
I know.
and I seen Dana. Let's put it this way. I seen Dana every day
Hmm.
for 11 years. Super involved. My brother was in a very super father, Nino, Tony, aka Nino, Antonio. anyways, he passed away a couple years back, but Dana and them didn't have much to do with each other. Yeah, it wasn't. I'm more the dad to all these kids. Let me put it that way. My other brother was in Hawaii, Joe.
So Mark,
He left.
you didn't
Yeah,
answer the.
Joe left. Let me finish. Joe left for Hawaii. He was gone. Nino's, who God only knows, he sobered up when he was 60. So Dana comes in. Dana tried to let him in his life, and it didn't work out. And Dana and freaking Michelle got on Team Jasmine.
Mm-hmm. And then,
But
isn't that a
that's
big
when we had it
betrayal?
out. That's when I had it out. I had to step up and go over there and talk to Gino, and you can ask him.
Mm-hmm.
And I was very firm. And I talked to him about a few issues. We had a talk, and I left, and we didn't talk for 8 months, 8 months. And same thing with Dana and Michelle, because they were all Team Jasmine and on their deal over there. It was an issue on one particular time when I was going to take a picture, maybe a moving picture with a different company that I used to work for. Anyways, I was going to do this deal, and it all got goofed up over a stupid misunderstanding and a little bit of cash, and some of the family members not wanting to be, chose to be on the show, and I'm the OG on the show. Me and Gino, we had the initial interview on that some TV show there.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Was it hard watching your family go through the level of like scrutiny that, sometimes TLC portrays?
Well, I'll tell you what, TLC and Sharp Entertainment have treated me wonderful. I have no complaints. I don't keep up with all of it, honey, but the production crew that I work for and all the producers, they've been just fantastic. I mean, we had, a couple of issues here and there, but hey, you got to be around for 10 hours, and then what do you go? 10 hours, and then it's over and over. Sometimes I'm getting pretty decent at it, as after going 20 times there, but maybe 25, 30 now in 5 years. But still, still see you for 30 or.
So Marco, you don't talk to Dana anymore?
Oh yeah, me and Gino talked the other day, and we're working through the issue. What happened is I made a comment on IG. I don't know when it was. I don't know who, blog or in magazine weekly, or I don't know who the hell. They called me and went. Anyways, Gino coming back because he hadn't talked to me. He said, Uncle Marco, that was great. I'm glad. I need all the help I can get because, right now it's all Team Jasmine and Dana and them. And I said, well, I didn't know you had issues with them too. But we all didn't talk for about 8 months, man. It was pretty sad. I didn't see them for Christmas. I didn't see none of them. Then they started crap with my grandkids and my 2 daughters, and I didn't even see them.
I see you don't have to talk shit about them, but I can. Let me talk for you. I feel like Michelle is definitely like a fame whore. That's why she's kissing Jasmine's ass.
Michelle, in the beginning, I'm gonna tell you what, she didn't want to have nothing to do with it. I had to try to get them 2 people, not her, but she was an ass that one day, and she knows what day it was. I still love her, but Dana, I mean, me and Gina, there's no way. We're attached at the freaking hip. He calls me Uncle Dad, Dad Buddy, slash AK, always making funny. Father's Day always calls me. So I've been a father to a lot of these kids because their dads weren't around. Only my sister's kids had a very good father, Louis. My sister Renee down in Florida. Shout out if they're listening.
True. By the way, Marco, let me introduce you to my other co-host, George Mossey's here.
George, what's up?
What's up, Uncle Marco? How are you?
Better than most, not as good as some, brother.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm excited to hear you on here because I've been seeing your name and your opinions spread out all over the internet. So I'm really
sorry. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
We want you here.
No, that's okay because we want to hear kind of behind the scenes what's going on because I don't want to say that Jasmine has been controlling the narrative, but Jasmine has been the one controlling the narrative. Like we only hear one side of what's going on. So I want to hear the other side.
Jake and Al, it's so funny. Jake and Al, I love her. She loves everybody and too many people. But anyways, I was laughing about her today before I was thinking about coming on here. And I'm thinking, what does her mom think about her? And it seemed like she had a sweet mom and her sister. And I found out she has two sisters.
Wait,
I think
there's an extra.
I think that's what I heard. I don't know how true it is.
Well,
and then
some
she
people,
had one biological child, and he was, I think, autistic. And then I believe the other child was hers, or no, the one that was hers was autistic. The unbiological child, I guess you'd call it, or not her child, stepchild, was from her first go around marriage or whatever.
Oh, wait. Fiancé is not her biological child.
What's that?
His name is Fiancé. So you're saying one?
I don't know. I don't know the names. We never talk about the kids. That was
was
taboo.
the one featured on the show with her. She actually brought him on the show.
Okay, yeah. I don't
And
know if that's her
I don't
biological
believe
or her
he's autistic because he was speaking and he didn't behave as someone that was autistic.
Okay, he's autistic. Yeah, I have a special needs niece too. So, and that's one of the people that are around, flighting around. That we're talking
George, did we? So wait, I didn't know she had a stepson. It wasn't.
Well,
I think it's yes.
I've heard this rumor going around, so I'm glad that you were able to confirm that. I did hear the rumor that one.
I'm not confirming it. I'm saying this is what I heard.
Well, a source of information, you're pretty close to the actual person.
I've heard the talk, and then I've heard it flying around the table. But I usually just keep my head down to stay out of all that shit. They're all on their damn phones all the time. I can't even talk to them, for Christ's sake.
Uncle Marco, I have kind of a question for you. Do you think Gino is too into hats?
No, he said he said what he has. He has, like I do. I have a little bit of struggle bust up on my head. What do they call that? Psoriasis. And it itches and it gets red and you get a scab and you scratch it and then you're bleeding. It's nothing like bad, but you got to put medicine, take care of it. And it's hard to get rid of. So that's how you don't want to show that if he shaves his head and then he's just got that hair in the back. But I think he should just rock it.
Yeah.
Rock that bald head. He looks good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a bald head rocker myself.
Do you have what dating advice would you give
I'm
Gino?
shaving my head now. I'm older. My son's got me all edged. He calls it, you got to get edged up. And he gets the trimmers and cuts my hair.
So your son does. So he reads like 90 Day Fiancé rumors, like on social.
Oh yeah, Anthony. He likes the shit. He come flying out here with a rumor today, but it wasn't true.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently Marco's son reads the crazy shit on social media about 90 Day Fiancé, and then he starts repeating it and spewing it.
He's a funny boy. Should be a comedian, that kid. Yeah, Anthony.
Yeah, tell him to don't read Jasmine's page because it's full of BS.
Yeah, I think that's what he got a hold of. But yeah, it was a bunch of bullshit. I already found that out in about 10 minutes. I knew it. I knew it wasn't true anyways.
If my co-hosts are wondering what should I say, I
don't give a shit. It ain't true.
It's a bullshit rumor. But what we're talking about is, so I guess because Uncle Marco and I talked earlier when we were testing out the Zoom, and then his son ran across the bullshit rumor that like Gino was gay, and then he
came out and said he was gay, and I don't know how she did that one. She's got a publicist, dude. Jake and Al.
Yeah,
where's she going to sell real estate? Are you going to buy a house from her?
But then, your son saw that and asked you about it.
She's going to beat the hell out of you if you don't buy the house out of her with her anger issues and lie about you or whatever. Who knows? Man.
Did Gino get his taste of sandals from you?
Sandals.
Isn't he famous for wearing like sandals?
Oh yeah, he used to wear them with them white socks like my dad. I don't do it. I got Crocs and shit. I got nice hunting sandals. They're all camouflage. But sometimes I'll put socks on, I'll get my feet dirty. But that's like an old man shit, And then you pull your pants. You pull your pants up to your boobs. Old guy walking around with a white beater on and the gold chain. And you know what? There was a lot of my uncles look just like that, dude. They were boxers, like I box. I'm a second-degree black belt in karate. I played the drums for 60 years. I stay in shape. I'm a healthy nut. I work out all the time now. I'm trying to stay alive a little longer. I got much time left. But my uncles, they walk around like that. And there's a couple of the cousins and friends they had. Boy, you didn't go up to them and say, hey, what do you do for a living? Or you never heard them talk about it. Or you didn't even ask.
Uncle Marco, you know who you remind me of is you remind me of like Henry Hill.
Henry Hill.
Like the guy that the movie Goodfellas was made after.
Oh, yeah. He's cool.
Yeah, he was actually a big fan of me.
I like that one guy on The Sopranos.
Mm-hmm.
The big guy. What's his name? I can't remember.
I know Gandolfini.
Yeah. That guy, man. That guy is cool.
Are you into all the like Italian mob movies and all that?
Hell yeah. My dad took me to the first Godfather movie, man. It was 4 hours long. And they had to change reels twice. 3 or 4 hours. We sat there and just loved it. And we went back and back. My dad was a big movie guy. He worked at Ford's. He was a graphic illustrator. He was very talented. I got some of his drawings and cartoons. He drew all the specifications for all these special truck vehicles and airplane shit that you didn't even see Ford's had. He was in a special vehicle, small department. And then he was very talented and a very talented bass player, stand-up bass always played musician. So I grew up in a music house. And my brother Joe, Gino's dad, was the original singer for the Laredos back in the day. And then the Laredos had Reflections join. Joe got out of it because he was screwing around all them women, Gino's dad, and ended up, Joe was, you ever hear of a song just like Romeo and Juliet?
Mm-hmm. I got it on Spotify, yeah.
He was the original singer on that song, Gino's dad.
Mm-hmm.
With the guy.
Your dad that was
Tony
like
McCallie.
your dad that was doing designs and all that. So is that where Gino gets his like engineering skills?
Must be. I can't draw a stick, man, but I could draw good with the ruler and drafting because that's what my dad put me right into. You know, I had all the tools. I was the coolest kid in the high school drafting class. I had everything. You know, I had more shit than the teacher, Mr. McDonald.
I feel like the next time they do like a TLC anniversary party, they should invite you.
Yeah, right. They don't want no struggle bus Italian Sicilian like me. Probably not. I was hope. I'll tell you guys a little tidbit because I haven't really talked to them about this. Let's say maybe possibly they go on another show, right? After what's this last one? The other show that they're ending, I guess I heard. Anyways, after this is all done, with all the social media stuff, it seems like their popularity, a lot of people jumped on Team Gino. What do you guys think?
I mean, we're the champions of Team Gino.
Yeah, we're the fan club of Team here.
Right.
So.
We love Gino.
Well, I could tell. And you know what? There's no reason not to because he's true. And that's Gino. If he's got issues, he'll let you know, just like me. I have nothing to freaking hide in my life. I was a firefighter volunteer for 17 years, and I've had a great life. I made my problems when I got divorced. It was my fault. But now, I love life, man.
I think the fans of Gino were upset on The Last Resort when he went along with that sham open marriage plot line.
Yeah, well, I don't know about all that, but I never watched it. I haven't watched one episode. I've just seen a couple of things.
What did you know? What did you know specifically about the open marriage? Did he ever have a conversation with you about any?
No,
Matt.
He might have. No, he never. No, it might have been Dana or somebody else. No, not me.
Oh, so
you know what I would have said on that one?
Well, open marriage. I would assume that you would have had
open marriage. I would have told him the damn Panama Canal's been open for what? 40 years? Let's talk about it. I mean, let's be real. She's lies. She's a narcissist. She's got anger issues. She told us she had a personality problem. She said she was going to get help. Did she? No, she just left with some other dick. Mr. Chode, I call him Chode.
Oh,
Look up a
Oh.
Chode. You get a
I know what
Google
it's
Yeah,
that one.
I got what
You
it
guys
is.
got to have a laugh on that one tonight.
that means
That's
he's
my new name for his ass.
that means he's as thick as he is long.
It's a dick, a little one, and it's twice as wide as it is high.
Yeah.
When you get a boner with her, I don't know.
No, yeah, I'm well versed in that slang.
Yeah,
Moody.
and she's smegma, dude.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh, I was gonna save that one.
I didn't know that.
That slipped.
True. So I know Lisa spoke out against Jasmine as well.
Yeah, good for her. Defending her little brother, she didn't say nothing bad.
No.
We were sticking Steve's up here, dude. We stick together when we were family together a long time ago. Now it's different. But me, Lisa, Gino, Tony, Dana's brother, Tony, Debbie, all my ones that are older like me in their 60s, we're thinking Steve still. That's the way my dad wanted it.
Like my prediction is I know it may still be a while, ways away, but the day Jasmine is no longer on television, that's the day Michelle is gonna all of a sudden be friends with Gino again.
Yeah, maybe she'll go on the single like, oh.
Well,
Nah, I hope that never happens. I'm just teasing.
True.
Yeah. I love Michelle. It's just that, we had one issue in it. We had a miscommunication between us and a couple F-bombs, and boom, here we are. We haven't talked, but I talked to Dana about it the other day, and I hope we'll all get it worked out real soon because, I love going over there with them guys, and I miss having Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff. First year I haven't been there.
Have you been back to Italy?
No, I would like to go to Balistrati, where my Palazzolo family's from. And guess what? I checked into history, and my cousin went back. My uncle went back a long time ago. But he only went for a month. He filmed everything. He did a 30-year research on our family. I can date our family back to 1473. I got history. In this town, it's all Palazzolos, 85% of them. Still, I never met none of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of crazy. I'd love to go there.
So, Marco, if they asked you to be on Single Life, would you go?
Oh. Yeah, right. That's all I need. Yeah, another one. I'm getting one of them robot girls, dude.
You're gonna
I'm gonna save my money and get one of them robot girls to just do everything in the house, and because I'm gonna get old and have to help me up, when I can't box no more and ride my bike. And
at least with the robot girl, the butt implants won't be put in backwards.
I can put in whatever size I want. I just get interchangeable ones. I make plastic injection molds my whole life. I make my own molds right here.
I feel like that's perfect. And then
I was a tool maker. I ended up in the same business. Those guys, Gino and Tony and my dad and all of them, they made the drawings. I actually put them in steel.
True. So the people that are listening live, if you have any questions for Marco, type it in the chat right now, and I'll read them to Marco if they're good questions. So
questions.
Do you know how Gino found out that Jasmine was pregnant?
Let's see. Not really. I mean, he didn't tell me, dude, because we weren't talking. Over that. I guess. I don't even know when she got. I don't know this timeline. It's another thing that's interesting. Do you guys know a timeline on when's the baby? Is the baby already here? Because and everybody that watches, they don't just put you on live. It's going to be a thing, and then you see it later.
Well, there's some speculation going around now that people think that the baby was already born. And if we do some math, there is a math problem that would make that probable. But we don't really know specifically. We know that the show was filmed in March and April of 2024. And we know that between
So was she pregnant then?
Well, if she was pregnant,
I haven't watched it.
If she was pregnant during the filming of The Last Resort, she couldn't possibly be pregnant now. That was 12 months ago. So a lot of people are saying that she was pregnant during the filming and the baby was
Oh,
actually born of months ago. But
really?
we
So
don't.
she's hiding that one? Was she sending that one to Panama? UPS?
No, she's not going to get
Oh,
rid of the
no.
anchor baby.
FedEx. She probably set up FedEx and with Matt too, the chode. Yeah, they're probably down there taking care of it.
See,
He's waiting on the canal for
Mhm.
her.
well,
I thought another thing was funny with her with all that. What if she has this baby and she reveals it and all this stuff? She was asking for money or like registered or
Oh,
something
yeah.
on.
She was posting her baby
What,
register
what,
every
baby
2 seconds.
what do y'all think about that?
yeah,
I thought it was
$5,000 worth of merchandise that she wanted people to buy for the baby.
Holy crap.
$5,000.
Yeah, yeah. And there's a lot of other things I could say right now, but I could give you a little tidbit. I know a real good friend that's very wealthy and owns a few companies that was a friend of somebody's. I'm not going to say who, but you can guess. I can't say that gave her around 60 or $70,000 worth of clothes and all them Birkin
Oh,
bags.
wow.
Those Birkin bags are like $1,000, huh?
No, they're way more than
They're
that.
like $100,000.
Yeah, they're way more than that.
They're like
she got
100,000.
maybe it was. I don't know, honey. Don't quote me on that on the dollars. I know they got them in the shoes, and then those Coach. I'm not
Coach
familiar
bag.
with all. Yeah, I go to damn Target, man. It's good enough for
No,
me.
but it was
Gotta
tacky.
stay in my budget, brother.
You know, she's posting the baby register every 5 minutes, but then she makes so much money off Cameo and OnlyFans.
Dude, I went over there one day to pick up Gino. We're going out to lunch finally, but we got to go do something and take more pictures or whatever the hell it was for that one place. So, anyways, we go to a nice restaurant. We have a nice steak. I think you guys seen that. That was on Happily Ever After. I can say that. Anyways, that's all gone. The first one over there, and then we went. I lost my train of thought. Dude, you might have to help me out. Where was I going with that?
No, I was asking. I know she does Cameo and
Oh
OnlyFans.
yeah. Oh yeah. So I go over there, and she was nice to me. Then they just got married, and everything seemed like it was all right. So I go over there to get Gino, and I was had to pick him up. I got the band. We go. We get out. We get down there, and she's telling me before I left. She goes, "Oh, come here, go." Gives me a big hug, and she's in the corner with all the lights and all that good stuff. I give her a hug. Gives me a big kiss, red lips on my face, and with the duck lips. And I almost had almost covered my ear. Anyways, she said she's got 42 of them to do. Don't they get like 400 a piece in one day? That was when it was all Team Jasmine.
Yeah,
So that's $16,800, I believe. It's about 400 a pop.
A fun fact, Uncle Marco, is Jasmine was number 8 on Cameo in the world out of all of the other celebrities.
I seen her at number 9. I didn't know she made it up to number 8. So I did my research.
She's making quite a bit of money. So my question is, did you know that she had this much money, or do you think that she was just hiding the money and making everyone?
She didn't have shit. She had hard dick and bubble gum. And they were fresh out of bubble gum till she freaking met Gino. Just like a bonus. Yeah, he got a bonus, all right.
That's crazy. So when Gino met her, she was broke.
Well, I don't think she was broke, but she had the kids and she was taking care of them, I guess. And and then they start doing all this stuff on making picture movies in Hollywood. And next thing you know, she's gone. How long did she not see them kids before she left?
That's a good question.
Did you ever think about that? That was my issue with the whole deal in the beginning, sir. And I'll tell you what, I wasn't happy about it, but I couldn't really. I just had to bite my tongue. Gina was in love. It seemed like it. We all wanted to find a girl, want to screw this up. And plus there was other issues, too, with the Hollywood. And yeah, so that's where we're at. Today's today. God, it's been a crazy ride, man. That's all I got.
So is it fair to say Jasmine makes easily like over 100, 100 to 200 to $300,000 a year?
I don't know. She probably makes that for Hollywood, But I know that my son Googled her one time or something, and she was worth 5 million, and now he said it's down to around 2. So maybe it was good Gino didn't get the prenup I told him to get. Maybe if they ever get divorced, are they divorced? Who knows? I don't know. He don't tell me nothing. Has
True.
anybody seen anything? I heard a little
Oh,
something.
when the paperwork gets filed, we usually are able to find a divorce decree because it's public record. So as of right now, it doesn't look like they're officially divorced. The paper they could have started the process, but it doesn't look like they're officially divorced.
Yeah, it takes a while. It took me a year. My attorney, Viviano, he didn't have to go there. My wife was so pissed.
That's an interesting comment that you brought up with prenup, because if she is making all of this money,
Yeah.
what if Gino ends up on top? What if he gets half of all this money she's making?
Gino's going to end up on top of me regardless, because he had money when he started. I don't think she had a few million in the bank. And then, how if she's worth, let's say she's worth a couple million, 2-3 million. I don't know if he's got to give her half. He sponsored her. She's got to go. I think when Gino told me something a long time ago, I could be right or I could be wrong. Don't quote me on this, but I think she has to go renew it every year or something. The thing she's got, whatever it is with the, green card crap.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think she used them for a green card?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, I think she's a fame whore, obviously.
Yeah. You
I
think
think
she?
that there was
Yeah.
I think there was a combination of factors why she was with Gino, and I don't think love was any of them. I think that there was a lot of different things that he brought to her life, and
You're exactly right.
I don't think love was ever one of those factors. I think there was a lot of things that he blessed her with, and I think that she accepted them all, and now that she's done with him, that's why it was so easy for her to shoo him aside.
You think at first they were in love until he met her? That's the way it seemed like to me. He was really in love. And then when I picked him up at the airport, dude, the first time he went and met her, he wasn't too happy. And we go over his house like at 3 o'clock in the morning. There's hats all over the lawn. He was gone for, I don't know how long, a couple of weeks. Hats, a toothbrush, stickers. And we know who put the stickers. Oh, Lindsay. She's so funny. I love her.
We like Lindsay. Well, we did like Lindsay here. She was supposed to come on, but she hasn't been on yet.
Yeah, I heard something. A little bird might have told me. I just love her. She's part of the family. She's been around for a long time, longer than Jasmine or Jay Canal.
Oh my God.
I mean, I like Lindsay for Gino better than Jasmine. I feel like Lindsay is a lot more honest and transparent and decent, right?
Well,
I like her a lot better.
Yeah, well, if you look, she's got a nice boyfriend now. She's traveling the world. She's just having a great time. And I don't know if that'll ever happen, but you never know. I think we'll see what happens with Gino and another girl. I think he's looking at other avenues, I hope. He might be the kind of guy like me. I didn't date nobody until I got divorced. I didn't feel right going in the sack with no chick, man.
Mm-hmm.
I had opportunities. I wasn't a bad looking guy back then. I wasn't too bad, maybe a 3 out of 10, but I got girls all the time. And I had offers, but I would not have sex with a woman until my divorce was final.
Well, see, I
he
think
might be just like that. And he went through that with me. Because at that time, Gino lived with me at his last year of college, his last 2 years. So he went through that with me. He lived in my apartment. His brother.
Hello?
What happened? I think we lost Uncle Marco, guys.
Yeah, I think we lost Uncle Marco. Uncle Marco, we lost you, but maybe we should move on.
It says that he's still here and unmuted, but I think that maybe he got a phone call or something and he disconnected.
Yeah. But let's see. By the way, let me know in the comments. George, are you on your regular mic or what?
Yes. Does it sound weird or something?
Yeah, it sounds like tinny or something. Wait.
Hold on. I'm gonna do a mic switch. Hold on.
Okay. And yeah, Uncle Marco dropped out. Maybe that's a good moment to. Oh, there he is. But should we end it there though? With or what? Let's all right. Let's just let him speak and then.
All right. I switched the mic out. Is
Okay.
it?
Am I back? Am I
It's on-
back?
Yeah, you're back now.
Yeah, you're back.
By the way,
Who's
George
that
sounds
guy?
better.
Who's that?
It's all of us.
Oh, it's
I
all.
I see one person. Boy, got them nice trophies back there.
That's probably George.
Okay, cool. You
Um,
look like Dr. Spock. What kind of uniform is that? I love it. A motorcycle uniform or something?
It's just like a hoodie shirt. Nothing special.
yeah, but Uncle Marco, like we have like some other topics we're gonna go to, but
Go for it, because my big mouth will run all night.
yeah. So, but we'll look to have you on in the future to talk more Gino and Jasmine drama.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. After the tell-all, we would love to get your opinion on exactly.
That'd be great. That'd be
how you
fine with
feel.
me, guys. That'd be fine with me. And then, maybe I'll know some more by then, because I've been talking to Gino more now, like every couple days now. And hell, we ain't talked in 8 months. It feels good.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it's good to
Yeah,
talk.
when it's something like that tears your family up, you get a little pissed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of times people come and they destroy families from the inside, and I think that's probably what she did. And I'm glad to hear that y'all are repairing that.
Well, we're trying. We're working on it through it, and we will work on it through it because we're survivors. And I got a funny feeling those struggle buses are going to be back down in the canal. That's my prediction. I don't know. I haven't heard nothing, but I got a funny feeling that my nephew is not happy
Mm-hmm.
with her right now, period.
True. Well, at least the show should be entertaining. At least.
Yeah, it should be. I haven't watched the tell-all yet. I'll wait till it's over. I got that Roku stuff, and I ain't paying to watch that dang show.
True.
I
Yeah.
got hockey going on right now and basketball. So it's March Madness.
You're a man's man. You're not this reality TV bullshit.
No, I'm a man's man, and I'm 72. And you know what? I box every day. I was telling him before you come in and think. And if I like to get old chode in the ring and have a little fun with him on one of them Hollywood shows.
Yeah, I think there's a line of people that want to meet Matt.
Yeah,
No,
it is.
I want to see him get embarrassed by a 73-year-old man, and I'm controlled because I fought all my life. I'm a second-degree black belt in karate. I studied for 20 years. Then I got out of it for a little bit. Now I box. So my feet were lethal. When my driver's license, they pulled me over and they said, "Man, they come out. You got any weapons? We know you're a black belt. Turn around." What the hell? Who told you?
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, yeah, I'd like to get in the ring with him and I wouldn't hurt him, but I'd just knock him out a little bit.
True. Well, that's a good note to end the interview on.
I'm just kidding. I don't want peace, man. You guys, I love you. Thanks for having me, guys. Nice meeting everybody.
You're part of the 90 Day Fiancé Fridays family.
Thank you, Uncle Marco.
All right. Well, you can chime me in anytime you want. Just give me the heads up. All right.
Yeah, for sure. We will.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that way I can put my teeth in and I have a better smile.
True. You gotta do that for Coco. She likes her men with teeth.
Oh, really?
Well,
I'm a nibbler. Anyway.
Sometimes.
Oh,
I'm sorry. How old are you?
72.
I'm 72, but I'm feeling 55, honey, since I quit smoking 30 weeks ago. I'm working out every day boxing, man.
Yeah.
I ride my 10 speed,
Good.
8 miles in the morning, and I go to the boxing club. I work out, I come back and eat. First I walk the dog, then I go and I come back, walk the dog, eat. And I get my son and everybody eats, and then I might go back, or I'll just relax or go work on legs.
Coco's shy, but once we're done talking to you, she's gonna like say how much she adores all of your qualities.
Well, I'll tell you what, Coco, how old are you?
I'm 37.
Oh, God. My son's 41. Maybe you guys could get together. You
My
like
ex is
older men?
75. It's fine.
Okay, cool.
She doesn't like dating guys her age.
Man, I told the last girl, I'll make them feel so good. They'll wish they didn't feel so good.
Oh,
Whoa!
okay.
I'm kidding.
All right.
I'm making jokes, honey. No disrespect. I like talking crap. All
She
right.
doesn't like older men. She loves older men. Yes.
Well, hey, text me. All right. God bless you guys. I'm gonna
I'll
go
pass
pee
along your
again.
number. Thank you, Marco.
All right, Marco.
Yeah. I'm getting excited. I gotta go and pee again. All right. Man.
All right. You go before trouble happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a big mess to clean up. God bless you. Bye.
Oh.
Bye.
Take care, Uncle Marco. Peace out.
All right. Peace out.
Peace. All right. So how was that, Coco?
Very good, Shabooty. Yes.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how turned on are you right now? I'm just curious.
I'm good.
I think she's baffled.
Oh,
I
wait.
think-
She signed an NDA.
I think Marco he may still be listening, so be nice.
No, I'm just curious because I know that, Coco is into the older man, and I feel like he had some, what's the word? Some riz. Did he? Or did he?
Potential.
Yeah, I felt like he had some riz, and I was just wondering, is that like the type of riz you're looking for, Coco, or no?
Riz, jizz, all of it's good.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Damn, we're gonna have to do an F Mary kill and then throw Uncle Marco in there.
Yeah, and so we'll find out later, Coco. We'll do some F Mary kills, and then we'll throw Uncle Marco in a few for it. And we'll see.
Yeah. Hmm.
So should we look at our topics list?
Yeah, let's see what's on the top. I'm just looking at it, by the way, because I was running late getting back home, so I haven't even looked at it. So this is all news to me. But I feel like I missed. What did I miss? What happened in the interview before I got here? I'm just curious.
You only missed like 5 minutes of the interview, so.
Oh, okay. The way I drive, I got home pretty quickly. The speed limits are very suggestional here, so I got home pretty quickly.
True. I saw you. We were watching some concert, right?
Yeah, I went to the '90s concert, and I
Oh.
saw O-Town. So O-Town was my favorite band when I was in school.
I
So
love O-Town.
yeah, so I went to see O-Town, and it was fun. I had a good time.
I'm so jealous. And LFO. Oh, so
Yeah,
jealous.
LFO and Ryan Cabrera and Chris Kirkpatrick and some NSYNC members. So yeah, it was kind of fun.
Do you have like a season pass to those theme parks?
Oh yeah. Everyone knows me. When I pull into the gate, everyone knows me. I get VIP. I get to go front row. Everybody knows me here. Everybody, because I'm always at all of these places. So
You just
You're like-
need a VIP parking spot.
I'm able to park in the valet parking, if that matters.
Oh.
Oh, you got the Matt special.
Yeah, I'm special here. I like to, and not in a bad way, not in a way that I need assistance. I'm special.
Sure, yeah. I forgot to ask Uncle Marco if he wants to get Botox, but we could save that for the next time.
Yeah, we'll save it for next time, and I want to hear his reaction to the tell-all because Jasmine is in her true form. So I want to see if he has anything to say about the way she's acting and screaming and yelling and throwing stilettos at the tell-all.
True. So okay, I'm looking at our topics list. I know all the bloggers are clamoring to figure out if Jasmine was pregnant during the tell-all taping.
Yeah, I was
We've already talked about that though.
I was arguing a lot on Instagram with different bloggers with that, and there's so many people that are so convinced that she was pregnant during the taping. But so here's my thing, right? I'm a logical person, and I know you don't want to spend any time on this, but if she was pregnant in March, and then they filmed the tell-all in January, the math isn't mathing because you can only be pregnant for 9 months. So there are all these weird theories. They're like, oh well, maybe she had a baby and then she miscarried, then or she had a pregnancy, miscarried, then got pregnant again. Like there's all these weird theories. I don't necessarily think that she was pregnant during the filming. I don't, because when they filmed the Between the Sheets in November, that's when I heard people found out that she was pregnant. And then in January, when they filmed the tell-all, she was showing. She was showing in Between the Sheets when they were in October, November. You could kind of tell. Some
Yeah.
people figured it out, some people didn't. But the newest.
You there? Do we lose George? Uh,
Well, she hid it from other people. She didn't hide it from us.
George, like, unless it was just me, but can you repeat the last part what you said?
Oh, you guys know that Emily gave birth to Coben, and she hid that baby for months from us. So it's possible that Jasmine could have given birth already. I think it would be really difficult for her to hide a baby though, like unless she literally isn't leaving the house. Right? I don't think that it's possible, but that's the latest theory that
Yeah.
people.
I think it's like when you and I were like accurate in our Jasmine is pregnant tea. I think all the bloggers are like clamoring to like, oh, they're trying to like capture that same.
Yeah, I feel that way. I feel that way because I was arguing all day long today with different bloggers that were posting. They're like, "Oh, she was pregnant last year in March, and she gave birth to the child in before Christmas." I was like, "Well, so how did they film the tell-all with her pregnant in January if she gave birth before Christmas?" Like, I've been arguing with people all day long, and I don't know why. But like you said, I feel like people are taking a strong stance and coming up with the next big story. Right? 'Cause I think when we dropped the pregnancy story, we haven't really been topped yet. Right? I feel like a lot of bloggers they just want to top that story and they haven't been able to do it.
Yeah, the only question like so they would never do like would they ever do a reshoot though of like that ceremony though?
I mean, it's possible that they could have done a reshoot.
Mhm.
If you analyze the video, usually you can tell reshoots because sometimes, if, like for instance, they were outside, so the sky might look a little different, the grass might look different. There's usually ways in a reshoot they would only show them, Gino and Jasmine, not the people behind them, not the surroundings, because you can't always recreate the scene the way you did it months prior. I do know for a fact that they've done reshoots of certain things, like those pickup interviews. I know that people have been called in to do them and then called in to do them again and
Mhm.
do things. So that's not something that's completely unheard of.
Yeah.
But I do know that Jasmine posted a little over a month ago in a hospital bed, said something was wrong or whatever, and people thought something was wrong with the baby, and some people are speculating that's when she gave birth.
Mhm.
But I don't know. Like she got me blocked, so I can't see what she looks like and what she's posting. Because I'm pretty sure we would be able to figure it out if we were given the information. But since I can't see her posts and I can't see her lives, I'm not able to decipher what she's hiding.
Yeah, I just know whenever she has her baby, like she's gonna want it, even though I know it's gonna be through the main channels, aka the official TLC and 90 Day Fiance Instagram channel is gonna break the news. But
Yeah,
I,
just
I
like with David and Annie, right? Like when the baby is here, I feel like that's when we're gonna hear about it. Just like when right after Annie pushed that baby out, we knew about it, and I feel
yeah,
like that's how it's gonna be with Jasmine too.
yeah, like it's. I don't think it's gonna be a thing where Jasmine's gonna be able to like put up the ruse for like, and let's say she had the baby yesterday. I don't think she's gonna be able to put up the ruse for like a month for them for the 90 Day Fiance TLC channel to post about it in a month. I don't think she's going to be able to keep up like a ruse for that long.
No,
I'd be
no,
trying for it to come out ASAP.
Someone would have seen her by now if she had a baby.
that's what I said. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, unless she's like hiding in her house, which I doubt she is.
yeah. I think. Well, look what happened when she was pregnant. She was out walking her dog, and people caught her pregnant. Then
Yeah, so she probably started hiding inside and just,
Hmm.
I can't buy into the theory that the baby was born because like Shabooty, like you said, when babies are born into the 90-day universe, they announce it. It's a huge announcement. They don't wait. They don't wait for a blogger to come up with the story first. 90 Day Fiance official accounts are always the ones that announce that. So if she gave birth, they would have told us.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I agree. I think, like I said, I think the other bloggers are just like trying. It's like they're falling into like that wormhole of the rabbit hole. I mean, of like, you start theorizing and then you start making up your own tea that isn't
yeah,
necessary.
right.
And Shabooty, keep in mind, a lot of these bloggers that are saying this are the same ones that said that the information that we dropped about her being pregnant.
Yeah, I mean, these are the same people who are saying, "Oh, well, she's not pregnant. She's not pregnant. That's just bullshit. That's bullshit." I mean, and then look what happened now. So
So yeah, we don't have to give them any more attention on that.
Yeah, we don't need to buy into these conspiracy theories. I don't even. It's ridiculous to even talk about. If she's not pregnant, um, I would be super surprised because 90 Day Fiance official accounts would have told us. So I think that there's still a baby in there.
True. No, I agree because the tell-all still hasn't aired. They want people to be excited about the tell-all, and if they could drop the baby pictures today, they would probably do it because then everyone would tune into the tell-all.
Plus,
Exactly.
doesn't her registry have it that she's expected to give birth in like May or June?
Yeah, that's what the registry said. And but even with that math, because she was pretty showing pretty well in January when they filmed the tell-all,
She would
and
have
from
been like 4 to 5 months pregnant by that
right,
time.
she looked pretty far along. So that those months, that timeline seems a little off to me too. Because one thing I know about a woman, she could be pregnant for 2.5, 3 months, and you can't tell. So when she's showing, she's like what, 4, 5, 6 months usually when you can actually tell.
Right.
So that timeline seems a little off to me too.
Hmm. All right, let's see. Let me look. I was looking at my topic. So, let's discuss the tell-all trailer, and obviously that includes the Rob and Jasmine beef.
Oh man, the internet would they had me shook yesterday.
Oh, and I have a whole speech prepared.
I
But
was shook the way that Rob and Jasmine have been going back and forth. Okay, so I have a bunch of questions. So what right, so this tell-all trailer, right? As Jasmine comes out, there's this huge reveal and she's pregnant. Everyone is surprised, even though they're not, because they found out she was pregnant at Between the Sheets 2 months prior. But Rob made a comment to Jasmine. He called her a whore. She gets up, takes off her shoe, and she like charges at him. So everyone online is mad at Rob for some reason. Not everybody, but a lot of people are saying that Rob standing up was an aggression towards a pregnant woman, and I'm just really irritated by this because if someone is charging at you, whether they're a man, woman, bear, tiger, whatever, and they have a weapon, your first reaction would be to stand up or to go into a defensive pose. So I don't like that they're saying that, oh, well, Rob must be abusive because the way that he stood up when she charged at him. I'm sorry, if anyone charged at anyone, the first thing, okay, so say for instance, somebody's standing behind a door and you open the door and they jump out at you. The first thing is you do is you go into a defensive stance.
I'm gonna hit them in the fucking face.
Exactly. So I don't like this narrative where they're saying, "Oh, well, Rob is a bad person because he stood onto his feet when she."
Yeah, no,
I don't
sorry.
like this narrative, and I'm sorry, I'm not buying into that. I'm not buying into the narrative that he was going to hit a woman, and they're using this because they're like, "Oh, well, he was abusive toward allegedly abusive towards Sophie," and I was like, "Well, we saw the videos. I didn't see him lift his hand to her once. He was yelling." But I just don't like this narrative that we have to attack Rob because first of all, Jasmine was wrong. She came at him with a stiletto heel and she was swinging it at him. That's wrong. Pregnant or not, woman or not, that's wrong. You don't hit anyone and you don't swing things at anyone. You don't throw things.
Yeah, especially name calling. Like this isn't fucking like fifth grade.
I'm really really bothered by the interaction
And
at.
then, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was gonna say the things that they were saying and what bothered me the most was Jasmine and Sophie's teaming up on Rob and talking about his sexuality, right?
Yeah,
Because
like
we
that.
know Sophie came out as bisexual on her season, the first season they were on. So condemning Rob and saying, "Oh, well, he's gay," and I'm like, "Well, Sophie, you are bi." So it's kind of hypocritical for you to come after him for being, if he is or isn't, who cares? I literally have zero interest in caring if someone is gay, straight, or bi. It's literally their personal issue, or their personal life choice, or their personal, who they want to be with. But I just don't like where women are allowed to be bisexual, but men aren't allowed to be anything but straight. That's also a narrative that's been pushed for a really long time as well. And then there's the whole OnlyFans thing where she's
Mhm.
attacking Rob for being on OnlyFans when she's also on OnlyFans. What the
Yeah,
hell?
that was dumb.
So I
Yeah.
have a million different issues with this 30-second clip, right? Like
So,
all
yeah,
the
no, but I feel like that whole attack on Rob for being on OnlyFans, I feel like that's working against her because that made me turn to team Rob because I'm like they're doing him like extra dirty. So
action.
let me support this guy because they're fucking him over.
They really are. They're making it seem like he's such a bad guy. And what really bothered me though, because she was like posting his nudes
Yeah.
online, which is so wrong because Jasmine personally said that when Gino sent her nudes to Lindsay, that it ruined her life. It was a violation of her privacy. It was the worst thing that anyone could have ever done to another human being. And now, lo and behold, Jasmine is doing the exact same thing to Rob. That's what bothered me as well. It's like, well, don't be a hypocrite. Like if this happened to you allegedly, and Gino sent these pictures allegedly, and it ruined your life, what would possess you to do the exact same thing to someone else?
And it's like it's one thing if somebody posts some shit on Reddit, or it's one thing if somebody with like 10 followers posts some shit on Twitter. It's another thing when like Jasmine like magnifies it to all of her followers.
Right, almost 400,000 followers. This is not just like you said, this is a small town operation. She's broadcasting, and this was OnlyFans content, so only people who purchased it were allowed to see it. Now she's showing the world.
Mhm.
That's not fair. Like yeah, he did OnlyFans, whether he regrets it or not, it's none of my business, but it's not fair to use it as a weapon. You don't weaponize sex work. We're not, it's 20.
No, no, not at all. And here's the thing, and I really honestly hope he does take action because like even if they were published on OnlyFans or whatever, the website, whatever, just to do it as like as just mean spirited as she is and what she's doing, you know, I mean, there are laws about leaking and about, you know, um I mean, I don't know if it's revenge porn or not, but my point is that she did this maliciously.
Very maliciously. And actually, Coco, this is revenge porn.
Yeah. So
You
I mean, that's what I said. That's when I I was talking to someone about this and saying, he could go after her for that.
and I hope he
Because
does.
yeah, because those were not her pictures to show, and especially on OnlyFans because Dogma, hello, is the right to not you cannot leak, distribute without the person's consent. That's personal property is what you're distributing.
Yep. That's 100%.
So I do
And
hope he goes after her.
I'm so tired of this narrative where she thinks that she can do anything and say anything to anyone. Like she's saying all these things about Gino. She's going after Rob. Anyone that doesn't buy into her narrative of what she did is right has become an enemy. And she's attacking people. And I don't know what Rob's situation is with the OnlyFans. I know that he's not on it anymore. And then Sophie and Jasmine teaming up on him and leaking screenshots at the tell-all. Did y'all hear about this? There are screenshots that they're leaking
That's so fucking gross.
saying that Rob was accepting messages from men for.
Okay, so what is what? So what? So like, even if he's bi, so what's to be ashamed about that? What's
But
the
just
what's the
because
angle? And
just
they're
because
trying to make it they're trying to make it seem like, oh, this is something like to be ashamed about. That's how I look at
right,
it.
that's why I'm mad, because just because he's a man, because let's be real, Sophie's on OnlyFans. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure men message her and ask her to do things for money, because that's what you ask for, content, and if they pay, you give them the content.
Well, yeah.
Just because Rob has a penis, they're weaponizing that he did sex work, and I don't like that. It's equal to men and women. If a man is on OnlyFans and a woman's on OnlyFans, you can't shame either one, right? Either
Yeah.
they're both doing, it's their body. They can do whatever they want with it as they please. They can post the content they want. I don't like that since he's a man, it's wrong. But if
Exactly. I agree with you. I agree with you, George. Absolutely.
True, though I will say, Rob, thank you for unblocking me, but you should follow me back since I'm supporting you now.
yeah, Rob should definitely follow you. I know that he's been avoiding social media right now.
Well, I did
I mean, I
notice
don't blame him.
I sent him
Yeah.
a couple of stories that I posted, and then he liked one of my stories, but he never followed me back.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think he follows me.
How does he not follow you if you hung out with him?
Yeah, we've hung out. I don't think he follows me. I'll have to check, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't. I mean, if he does, I didn't notice
I'm
it.
stop being Hollywood and not follow George.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he doesn't, as far as I know. But yeah, so I was gonna say it'll take. I think he warms up to people. to follow people or whatever. So it's coming, but I think that right now he's trying to avoid social media. There's just a lot of negativity and people saying all these things about him that aren't true, and they're trying to paint him out to be this evil, aggressive, mean guy towards women, and he's not. Right? Like, I'm just gonna be honest, he's not. I don't see that. And the stories that Sophie told, a lot of that happened during the first season that they filmed. She went on and filmed the second season with him. So if she felt threatened by him, or he was aggressive or he was violent, she didn't have to, she could have separated herself from him then, and she decided to continue to film with him. So I don't like that she's making this narrative of he's this evil, mean, aggressive, terrible human being. I don't see that. I've met him in person. I don't see that.
True, but I will say he did a good Jasmine impersonation with the accent and all that.
He did. He did.
Mhm. Oh, by the way, did you see? I think Gina sent it to us, but I guess there was like a teaser clip. I can't remember if it was maybe Us Weekly exclusive or some shit, but there's a teaser clip from the tell-all, and then it had the clip where Jasmine walks out, and then Gino. So there's like a dead silence in there, and then Shawn Robinson goes, "Wow, this is chilly in here," meaning like no one's really talking. And then I don't know. Just did you get a chance to watch that clip?
I didn't see it yet. So no, continue telling me what happened. Yeah, I didn't see
I'm
it
trying to
yet.
remember what happens in the end. Well, Gina, you're there, right? I know you watched it. Gina, remind me what happened in the clip.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I was just putting a little laundry in. Sorry, and I walked away from the machine, so there was no feedback.
Okay.
Yeah, so
What was the clip that you sent me from that? I guess it was Us Weekly.
That clip was more, geez, it's been a hectic week. It was
I know
not,
there's like a lot of silence in the air.
can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I mean like on the clip, not right now.
Oh, sorry. I think when I watched it on somebody else's, but then I sent you the true link from Us Weekly. It's mostly about like Shawn asking Gino if he was the dad,
Oh yeah,
if
yeah.
if the if sh like he knew that she was like pregnant or whatnot. So it was mostly stuff like that. I can
It
rewatch
was
it.
a pretty short clip, but yeah, Shawn asked like Gino, "So are you the father or not?" And he's like, "No." I don't know. That's pretty much it. It's a pretty short clip.
Oh, interesting. I mean, because I was wondering a lot of these different questions, right? Because we know, you and I know that Gino and Jasmine haven't been together since December of 2023. And that story of her being kicked out of the house at Christmas, right? And we know that it happened in December. We know that they stopped living together. Or wait, was it 2023 or 2024? 2024.
I just know they weren't when they filmed the Happily Ever After Tell All House. They
They
weren't
weren't
together.
living together. Exactly. So that's why a lot of people were really confused because they didn't know how long they were actually separated for. And so when the baby and the pregnancy and talk came up, people thought, oh, well, maybe they have reconciled and they got back together. But no, and I think Shawn asking that was kind of just being messy because everyone knew. It was more so for everybody at home to explain to them, like, no, they haven't been together this whole time.
True.
Oh, and Shawn asked like, "Oh, what's the sex of the baby? How far along are you?"
Oh yeah, no, but that was see that clip was annoying because this is the first of all, let's put it into context. This is the tell-all, and the point of the tell-all is to spill the tea, right? So Shawn asked Jasmine in this clip on the tell-all on TLC's channel on 90 Day Fiance Tell-all, where you that's when you answer the questions where everyone's waiting, and then so Shawn asked Jasmine, "How far along are you? What's the sex of the baby?" And then Jasmine goes, "Oh, I don't want to say. I'm uncomfortable saying I don't want to say."
No, she said it
Really?
was tradition.
That was her excuse. But yeah, she basically
Yeah,
answered the question. That was the point.
because obviously, if she said how far along, people would figure it out in their heads.
Yeah, but it's like dumb. Like the whole point of the tell all is to answer those questions.
Exactly, you're preaching to the
Yeah.
choir with that. So,
That's
Yeah.
honestly why I can't stand the tell-alls anymore. It's just so boring. Like, take
Just
a cue from Andy Cohen, please.
it's just a setup for the next show that they're gonna push these same
Yeah.
people on. They're just setting up the new storyline and narratives for the next spinoff. And I liked it better when they actually were there to tell us what was going on.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you want to get real calculated with it, if you think about it though, so just think about who's getting all the headlines on this tell-all already. It's Rob and Jasmine. We already know Jasmine is going to be in a future season with Matt. It's already recorded. And then we already know Rob the Knob, since he doesn't follow me back, I guess I'm allowed to call him Knob again. That slipped out. Sorry, Rob. We know Rob is going to be in the Mexico singles house. So that's like,
Yeah.
so the tell-all is an entree for us to see them again.
Yeah, like you said, it's the appetizer for the main event. It's they want us to get excited about these people because we're gonna see them again. And also, I have a question. I was watching this is off topic, the Diaries trailer again, and I didn't see Angela.
Hmm.
You didn't see Angela either, right?
No, I don't, but I don't think anyone said Angela's on it.
Well, this was. I was told that if she was gonna be back, they were gonna put her on Diaries, and she's not on Diaries. So I'm beginning to think that they might be distancing themselves from her for real, because I was told that she wouldn't be on any other shows for a while, but I heard that she was gonna be on Diaries. So I went back and watched the trailer because I was like, that's weird, because I could have swore someone told me it was gonna be her and her daughter Skyla were gonna be on Diaries, and I watched the trailer twice and she wasn't on there. So I was like, maybe they legit aren't gonna film with her anymore.
But at the same time, though, like Big Ed, who is going to be on Diaries, was not in the trailers, but he's a controversial figure as well. So maybe Angela's just not going to be in the trailer, but she may slip into a Diaries episode.
Oh, yeah, like how they did with that one season of Happily Ever After where they announced the couples, and then like 2 weeks later they announced another set of another three couples. So maybe they're like they announced the first trailer on these people, and then Angela and Ed might be, later in the season. They're like the main event. So that's gonna be what the controversy is. I mean, that could be too. I would be surprised if they could cut ties with her completely. I would be really, really surprised.
Yeah, because Liz was the one that spilled the tea that Ed's going to be on. But so I'm wondering if they were. Do you think they were okay with that coming out before he pops up on the show? Or
I don't think so. I think that if they left it out of the trailer, it was strategic,
yeah.
and it would be like maybe the season finale of Diaries. You would see like Ed or Angela, the big name people that they didn't tell you. They do it strategically. So, and if you notice, they didn't really leave very many people off of Diaries. Everybody was on there this season. Because I was looking at, it, I was like, damn, everybody you can think of is pretty much on here.
Yeah, well, they know that's how they reset the contract time or whatever it is.
Well, yeah, Cara and Guillermo got to start their breakup process on Diary so it can hop over onto Happily Ever After. So yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, well, I messaged Cara to say, hey, you should come back on the podcast, and she didn't reply.
She didn't reply.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, no,
I
she usually replies to all my messages, but that specific message relating to coming on the podcast, she didn't reply.
oh well, she can't right now. She's under
Well,
contract.
no, but whether she can or not, I demand a reply.
Well, yeah, she could easily just say I can't right now, but she has filmed a bunch of shit. So yeah, she's now ineligible to do any podcasts. That's now part of the contracts are now podcast interviews, anything that's not set up by TLC.
Wow.
You are forbidden from doing. So yeah, it used to not include podcasts and you just had to seek approval per on a basis of whatever the show was. You could get approval. Now podcasts that were not set up by TLC, so they pick and choose the podcast host that they like because they're puppets. They can control them and then they'll let you do that. But shows like this, they are against because they can't control you. They can't control us. So they can't control the narrative here. So they're gonna make it impossible for them to do shows like this.
Yeah. All right, let me look at the topics list. What else do we got to talk about? Um, and yeah, but by the way, Randa, it's not a topic, but I think Jenny from Toronto's listening, and I hope she's doing okay. She's back. I don't want to put her personal business out there, but she knows what I'm talking about. But I hope she's okay now. Let's just say she had like a medical procedure, but I hope she's doing good now.
Oh, I hope so too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jenny. I'm glad she's here. It's a good sign.
True. Let's see. Well, let me look at the topics list. let's see. Oh yeah, what did you think on the? Because we didn't really talk about the Last Resort because we haven't recorded a podcast since the last episode of the Last Resort. So then, my only question is, what did you think of Sophie reading that dumbass letter of her as a young Sophie, like as a child?
Oh, the letter to herself. I thought it was interesting when she referred to Rob as not the guy of her dreams.
Mhm.
And I was like, what is this? What are we watching? Why is she like describing her relationship, but like in the third person and how I've never understood Sophie. Like one thing that she said on The Last Resort that made a lot of sense to me. When she got there, she was like, I don't really know what I want to do. I'm really confused. And then on the last episode, they asked her how she felt. She's like, I don't really know what I want to do. I'm really confused. And I was like, this tracks for her because I feel like she never knows what's going on around her. She's impossible to get a straight answer out of. And her writing a letter to herself instead of writing a letter to Rob just shows you how ditzy this chick really is. I was like, why are you writing a letter to yourself? The recommitment ceremony is supposed to be you talking to your husband, not you talking to you.
Hmm. Well, no, it's funny because like because a lot of people say she's very childish and stuff. So it's like if you want to beat the childish reputation, reading a letter of you as a child is not going to help with that reputation.
Well, Sophie's 23 or 24. She's really young.
Is she 24 or
I,
23?
she was 22 when her and Rob first came on the show, and it's only been a couple of years, right? So she's no more than 24. She's very young. I think a lot of people don't realize she's so young because she's so old looking in the face and she's always wearing cheap wigs. But she's actually not that old. So I don't fault her for being immature because she's a child,
No, you're right. You're right because it's weird because like I know what's like Statler is like 34 or something, right?
yeah. Yeah.
So I assume like I forgot Sophie's not in her 30s.
Yeah, she's young, and a lot of people don't realize that, especially when she first came on the show and she was wearing that Party City wig. She could have passed for 30, because she didn't do her makeup right. She looked rough. She looked like she just rolled out of the bed half the time. I think a lot of people forget that she's really young. So I don't fault her for being an immature little girl because she kind of is. Most girls her age are not thinking about getting married, and she's already been married and divorced. So I think a lot of people don't give her credit for, she's doing adult stuff, but she's not really an adult yet. She's still a younger lady, a younger girl.
Yeah, I don't know, but you know what's weird though is was it like Happily Ever After Tell All House where like Sophie and Liz were going at it
Yeah,
on the
yeah, yeah.
call?
That's when Angela and Michael were in the house. Yeah, that was the Happily Ever After Tell House.
But then I think I noticed someone sent me one of Sophie's most recent posts, and then it was liked by Liz. So I guess they mended those fences.
Oh, so they're good now.
I guess, but it's to my chagrin.
Huh. I mean, okay. I, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I can't I don't tell people who to be friends with, but it's like, how can you be friends with Sophie? Like what's up with that?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I saw that and I was a little
Wait, Elena
disappointed.
is saying that she's 26 now. So that means that she wasn't 22 when because she said she was 22 when we first met her on the show. There's no way she's been out on these shows for 4 years. Really? Has it been that long? Hold on, let me grab my computer. I need to Google some stuff because she can't be, if she's 26 now, that means that she's been on the show for 4 years. Has it been that long?
I don't know. Let's see. Well, while you Google that, I'm gonna look at our topics list. Um,
All right, Sophie Sierra is 25 years of age.
mhm.
Well, and it says that she came to the US in 2022 to marry Rob. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's right. Because she was 22 when she got here. Yeah, okay. All right. 25.
Well, now Elena's saying she's 26.
Well, Google is telling me different. Let's see.
By the way, did you hear Elena? Speaking of Elena and Last Resort, did you hear the Last Resort song she made for us?
Wait, was it the one that had it was like to a pit bull beat?
Yeah, yeah.
She's
Yes, I did.
26.
26.
Yeah, because I'm not blocked yet. she celebrated her 25th birthday on September 23rd. So last year she was 26, so this year she'll be 27.
Yeah, see, she's
You know what? She is old. She need to start acting her age. My bad, y'all. She old. She too old to be acting like that. I thought she was younger. My bad. I retract everything that I said. She's about to be 27. She needs to act like a grown adult woman.
exactly. But yeah, did you hear the Elena, the Mr. Worldwide Last Resort song?
I like the song. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was the best one yet, actually.
It was the most elaborate as far as lyrics and shit.
Yeah, it told a story, and I was intrigued by it. So Elena, you did an amazing job. I was obsessed with the song. I listened to it probably like 5 or 6 times in a row. I just kept it on repeat.
Me too. I think I was like in the bathroom and I had my little speaker and I was playing it.
Yeah, it was good. And if you guys didn't hear it, Shabooty, you posted it on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
It's on Shabooty's Instagram feed, at shabooty.com. So make sure, yeah, it's .com on Instagram, right?
Yeah, .com is on it. Yeah.
So if you can hear it, and I reposted it on my story. So anybody who follows me, you heard some of it at least. It was on my story.
Yeah, now Lena, if you're ever feeling unshy and you want to speak, let me know.
Wait, is she shy?
I doubt she's shy, but I feel like there's not being shy, and then there's speaking on 90 Day Fiance Fridays, which is a whole another spotlight.
I mean, yes and no. I feel like it's like such a laid back place to speak,
Yeah.
right? Like this isn't the Oprah Winfrey show, you know, like it's not like a stick up your ass type show. Like this is the most laid back place. Like people can really come on here and say whatever they want. Look at the stuff that Uncle Marco was saying earlier. Like you can literally come on this show and just be yourself. Like we're such an easygoing, relaxed atmosphere, I feel like.
Yeah, when I told him he reminds me of Henry Hill from the Goodfellas guy. Um, it reminds me of, and this may be a little like graphic, ladies, so cover your ears. But there's this funny like Howard Stern episode where like Henry Hill, the act, well, not basically the Ray Liotta character on the Goodfellas movie is based on Henry Hill, who's like an Irish mob guy. So anyway, but in real life, he's a little bit of, I don't want to call him a drunk, but let's just call him a drunk. So he was on the Howard Stern show, and he was like out, like he was going to Starbucks or some shit. But then they had the news crew like tailing him and like interviewing him while he was outside like a Starbucks. And then he was talking to the reporter for the Howard Stern show named Lisa, and he was asked, and she was asking him questions, and he's also like about to order a coffee or something, and then so he's like slurring his words, and he's like, "I want to call my macchiato." He said like, "I want a caramel macchiato," but then Lisa like misheard her, and she thought he said like, "I want to come on your face."
Are you serious?
Yeah, so it turned into a whole episode. She's like so offended. She's like, "Oh my God, that's so fucked up. He just said he wants to come on my face." And he's like, "No, no, no. I said I want caramel macchiato."
My God.
That's actually hilarious. I've seen they've recreated those on TikTok. I don't know if y'all seen these. It'll be like a guy wearing a mask and
Mhm.
he'll like walk up to someone and say something like really, 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 really inappropriate. But then like after they get offended, he'll say like, "Oh, I asked you where the chicken was."
Mhm. Oh yeah, I think I've seen something like that.
Yeah, so I was just like, wait a second. I've heard that before. So that's probably where they stole that bit from.
Or probably like an incorporation of like when you give your name and it's totally something else and they say it out loud like, oh, blah 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 blah, your meal's ready, and then they realize what they said, they're like, oh shoot.
Mhm. Yeah, like those kind of like those bend over type names, like Jack Mayhofer.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Sure. All right, let's look at our topics list. Oh yeah, so I mean, even though it's like funny how George and I will talk about something, and then but then if I post it on Instagram, it all of a sudden makes news. So yeah, apparently I know it's like rehashing, but yeah, Jasmine and Matt they already have like something in the can, like meaning it's already filmed. But then that made news after I posted about it on Instagram.
Yeah, yeah.
But Okay, oh, we could do the F Mary kills now if you want.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, do you want to do the three men F Mary kill or the
Yes,
three
you do
women?
that one first.
Yeah, the three men. So that means Coco has to give her opinion.
All right, give it to me, baby.
Okay, well let me pull it up so I have a visual. Um, so it's like it's F Mary Kill, the three men, they're all from the new season, but it's Shawn, the hairdresser type guy, Greg, the doughboy, and then Mark, the pilot.
Oh my God, you guys make it so fucking easy. Okay, Mark, fuck because he's old. Shawn, I'm gonna marry, and I'll tell you why, because he would be the best gay husband. He's gonna do my hair every day for me and pick out my clothing so I'll look fucking fabulous. And I'm gonna kill the useless mama boy because really, who needs that?
Interesting.
Oh, Coco's like, oh my God, she's so bitchy.
The Gina, do you want to play?
Yeah, basically, I was thinking the same thing Coco was, or I'd marry, or yeah, same thing basically. Marry Burger King guy, because hair, makeup, trust me, yeah,
Yeah,
and
fabulous.
yeah, and F Mark and kill Pillsbury Doughboy.
So would you do Mile High Club with Mark or?
Mm, no, because who else would be who else would be driving who else would be on that plane? That plane would be going down.
Yeah.
No, the planes have autopilot.
I don't trust autopilot.
You can totally bang while the plane is on autopilot. Okay, so when you get on a commercial flight, like the plane, the only time they're actually flying it is during takeoff and landing. The plane is actually flying itself during all.
Yes, but there's always a pilot and a co-pilot.
Mm.
Yeah. Wait, you're gonna bang both of them? So
Oh.
is it gonna be like a three-way?
No, no, I'm saying on a
Oh, I
plane.
thought you were.
There's
I thought you
always
were.
a pilot and a co-pilot. That's all I'm saying.
Well, but Mark flies drones. He flies those little droney things. So definitely
Exactly.
there's no room for a co-pilot in there.
Exactly. And like those drone little planes, I don't like, I'm sure Mark's company is fine and dandy and safe, but there's been a lot of unforeseen circumstances with those planes. So I'll
Well,
pass.
no,
And
you're right.
considering he's so absent-minded with his own child, no, 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 not on a plane. No Mile High Club here.
Mm.
Okay,
Well,
would you join the Mile High Club with him on a commercial plane?
Um,
Like a 737 with two bathrooms?
is it on an Emirates flight? In
Well,
business
does
class?
it matter?
Yes,
What?
it does. It does matter. Absolutely.
Yes, thank
What are
you.
you
It does?
talking about, George? Have you been in an Emirates plane?
I don't know. Now that I'm
Oh
thinking
my
about it, I'm not
God.
It is
sure.
bougie.
It's
Like,
bougie as fuck. So yeah, hello. I'm gonna be fucking some good ass sheiks there.
oh, Sheiks are gonna be
What?
clicking them cheeks.
Yeah, the sheiks will be in them cheeks. You're damn right, Shabooty.
Wait, so why is it bougie? Is it one of those international ones where they have
A
the bed?
flight is like 10, 12 grand just for regular.
Oh, well, that explains why I've never been on one.
Oh.
well, I've never been one on either, but a girl can dream, can she? Yes, she can.
True. So George, should we do the women F Mary Kill one?
Well, yeah, because we need to marry and F some people. So yeah.
Well, the ours is harder.
No,
How hard
yours is pretty easy.
Well,
how
okay,
hard
so
is ours?
ours is Betty, and then Debbie, Colt's mom, and then Lucille, which is Greg's mom.
Can I kill them all? Like, what do you mean? So wait, okay. Hold
Uh,
on, I'm getting a visual. You
it's
said Betty,
on
from
my Instagram too, but yeah, Betty, and then Debbie, Colt's mom, and then Lucille, the new mom.
and
And,
Lucille.
and Betty.
Man, this is hard. I don't want to touch any of those with any poles. Okay, so okay, I would bang Betty
Okay.
because she's a swinger and she's probably super freaky, and I can just like close my eyes. Okay, so I would bang Betty. She'd probably teach me some shit actually. I would marry Lucille because she would take care of me and I'd never have to work another day in my life. and I'd kill Colt's mom. Sorry, Debbie.
True. Yeah, like I wasn't sure the answer until I posted it, and then a lot of people were like, "Yeah, you gotta fuck Betty."
Yeah, she's a swinger, and
Yeah,
she'll teach you stuff. She probably does stuff with her tongue you wouldn't believe. You just gotta close your eyes.
I
You
my
gotta close
only
your eyes.
my only not fantasy, because fantasy has like a positive connotation, but my only fantasy, I'll be like, for that one night, Betty, can you like, can you like straighten your hair for me? Because I'm sick of them curls.
Oh my god.
Well, just close your eyes. You don't have to look.
Bag over
just
her face.
brown paper bag it. That's it.
Or turn off the
I'm not a fan of
lights.
the 80s perm.
Having sex with the lights on is overrated. I'm telling you, you can have good sex if you don't see what's going on and who you're with. Trust me.
Okay, I hate to like be a copycat, but yeah, I guess I'll bang Betty, marry Lucille, and kill Debbie. Sorry, Debbie, even though we're friends on
Sorry,
Instagram.
Debbie. I know I like Debbie. She's sweet, and I don't actually want to hurt her. But Lucille, I have to marry because I don't even have to work. I can live in her house, and she cook for me for
I
the rest of
mean, if
my
she
You
life.
could
wants to
eat
cut the
all
grass,
that pasta for lunch and dinner.
Right?
That
I
was all I was thinking about. I'm like, dang, I'd marry her because I just want to eat all the pasta.
yeah, I mean, if Lucille wants to cut the grass, go ahead.
And then the best part, I could be Greg's stepdad.
Mm,
Oh
Oh, is that
God.
sweet?
I
That's
can kick his
great.
ass out of the house.
Not if Coco and I kill him first.
I'll kick his ass right out of the house.
true. So yeah, it's fun. Now I feel. I hope Greg doesn't see that post because literally all the answers to the question are like, "Kill Greg, kill Greg."
Wait, he wasn't even an option. Damn, people are kind of
No,
hard.
no, my bad. I'm mixing it up. I mean, the one with the three men.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, he's kind of useless, right? I get it. I get it. And if anything he cooks for you will probably make you sick. So I totally
True.
get it.
True. So yeah, that's the F Mary kills. Thank you, Hannah, who like she's
Thank
the
you, Hannah.
F Mary kill expert.
She's our ephemery kill connoisseur.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, well, let me look at our topics list. Oh, this is kind of like a dumb topic, so we don't have to spend like more than a couple minutes on it. But I'm basically being funny. I'm being funny when I say like when I use the word babushkas. But what's the deal with like all these 90 Day stars wearing babushkas now? They're like in
I
style.
don't know.
I saw the post.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
Coco's wearing one. And
I thought you, when I first read the topics, I thought it was the doll. Then I'm like, no, it's the freaking do-rag mop head.
yeah, it's the little do-rag thing that they tie around their head. And when you posted it, Shabooty, I thought back and I was like, I just started going through my head of all the visuals of I've seen the women in the 90 Day Fiance wearing them. And it just, the list kept growing and growing. I was like, what is the deal? Why do they all eventually go on social media with those things on their head? Like, it's so weird. But and I'm thinking back, and I kept going down the list, going down the list. I was like, I've seen this on this person, this person, this person, this person, and it's almost strange, right? Of all the fashion choices that they always have to tie one of those damn things on their head. I don't get it.
I could, if we want more like explanation, because when I posted it, there's a ton of answers in the comment section on Instagram explaining
Oh,
why.
let's read those.
Oh yeah, let me pull it up because I learned a few things.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, I like to learn shit. Yeah,
No, no,
let's learn.
this is a very informative podcast. Okay, I just pulled up the. Let's see. I just pulled up the comment section. Let me see if there's any good comments. Let's see. I'm just seeing. Okay, I'm just gonna. These aren't in order of like good or bad comments. I'm just reading comments. So some of them are like goofy comments, but I'm sure we'll eventually hit informative ones. So these may be goofy comments, but one, I think Darcy was the first to do it. I'm just glad they put it. I'm just glad they pulled it off. I would look like Brett Michaels. Um,
He does wear it. Yeah, you're right.
this person said to cover up their five heads. Um, and then okay, here's the informative. I think this is more informative of a comment. Annie, who's my friend, she says, "I wear them on days that my hair is flat and dirty, especially in hot climates or by the pool. A baseball cap is too blah when my bikini is cute."
Oh, so it's like a bad hair day type of situation thing.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. When I need to get my hair cut, I do put a hat on my head. So I guess it's like equal to what women are doing. They have a bad hair day. So
And
they
then,
put the babushka on their head.
yeah,
Yeah.
this lovely Bree says to hide their tracks slash wig.
Oh, that makes sense. You know who should be wearing one? Mina.
Sophie.
I've been able to, yeah, and Sophie, I've been able to see their tracks and their wigs since like the whole time they've been on the show. So they definitely don't pull it off well. So they should put a babushka on.
Mhm. Um, I don't watch Vanderpump Rules, but this person says, at first glance, I thought the chick on the left was Raquel from Vanderpump.
Oh.
Ah, okay, yeah,
That
I
was,
can see
I
it.
guess that's Cara or something. I don't know. Another comment says they don't wash their hair.
Oh, like
Mm.
her? That's weird.
But that's why
Uh,
you have dry shampoo
mhm.
and stuff and conditioner for like those days in between.
That's so weird. I'm bald and I still wash my hair every day, whatever's up there. Like, so why do, okay, so dumb question. Why do women not wash their hair every day? Is it like a process? Like,
Yeah, because then your hair will get greasy if you
Yeah.
don't.
oh, you can't
Like,
wash it every day because it affects the,
I actually can only do it once a week.
really?
Yeah, if not, my hair gets too greasy, and then the products that I had, I noticed my hair was falling out. If I
Holy,
kept yeah, so I can only do it once a week.
It
see,
does more harm than good.
that's
Yeah,
crazy. It's so wild how men can wash their hair every day and do things differently, and women have to take different approaches. Like, I never even thought of that. I never even realized.
yeah.
True. Like, okay, I'm gonna read you an exchange, and then you tell me if I was like mean or not. Okay.
Oh, this is fun. We should make this a segment. I like that.
Okay, so this is an
Me.
exchange in the same comment section. So Elena girl 456 says, doesn't a babushka tie under the chin? And then I replied, maybe, but do I need to teach you about comedy 101?
Oh no, this wasn't rude. This was snarky.
Yeah.
Snarky
Yeah,
is a
there's a difference.
No,
Yeah,
no,
no.
but then
snarky
here was
is
the
a.
response after my response.
Oh, okay.
Their response was no. This is the second time you've been really salty with me for no reason. You
Oh, I know who this
have
is.
followers.
Wait, you know who that is?
Well, there's someone that's been complaining. I've was this on Instagram or X?
Instagram.
Okay, no.
Yeah, anyway, so their response, let me just read it again. They said, no, this is the second time that you've been really salty with me for no reason. You do not need to trash your followers. So I don't think my snarky
Well,
was trashing
I
her.
don't think that you were trashing. I think so. When you're snarky, it's kind of a mix between funny, um, sarcastic. That's what snarky is. Like rude,
yeah. Rude
trash.
is telling her to fuck off. That'd be
Right.
rude.
Because
Yeah.
I do
Calling her
that.
a cunt would be rude.
Well, right, right. So
But no, that's snarky. That's you. That you're snarky. You have snarky humor. That's
Yeah,
just who you are.
no, yeah, I will say in the Instagram comment section, if like I just like clap, a lot of times in the Instagram comment section, I just like clap back and I don't even like consider who I'm clapping back to. So it could be a friend and I'll just like talk my shit and I'll be like, oh yeah, I forgot that's like my Instagram friend.
Yeah.
well, yeah, but you're not rude.
Yeah.
You're snarky. And I think a lot of people, they don't know the difference. If
Right.
it's sarcastically funny humor, but like, I don't want to say like mean, but like kind of like I'm calling you out, but sarcastically, that's okay. That's literally how I answer every comment. So like it's not the same as being rude. When somebody pisses me off, I say something nasty back
Mm,
to them. That's so yeah, I think a lot of people, you know how people don't know sarcasm? I think sometimes people don't know comedic responses and
yeah.
think
You're
that
witty too. So,
yeah.
like, where is she? Like, did she just like start this person? Did they just start following you? Do they not know your content?
I don't know, but that was that. But should I read some more other comments though?
Yeah, this is fun. I like this "Was I rude" like segment. I really want to get into this. So whenever you have anything where people think you're being rude, let's all like do a open table and see if it's actually open discussion or whatever, and see if we were actually rude.
Well,
It,
I guess I'll have to try to be more rude on purpose.
there's this one girl who does it like, I think her name's Charlotte. Like, her name's like, oh, am I the a-hole?
Oh my God. Yeah. See, I love that. I love when people they're okay. So our local radio station here does something called Was I Wrong? And then people call in and they tell you something that they did, and then you get to decide if they were wrong. So yeah, let's implement this in Shabooty. So and this works because with your sarcastic clapbacks, I feel like a lot of people might misread that. So we should have like a little segment where we read back your comments and their comments, and we all decide if it was rude or sarcastic.
True. All right. Well, I don't have more rude comments, but I could just read you more regular comments on the babushka post.
Well, yeah, I want to know more about this babushka thing because I can't even count how many women do this on the show. So I'm just curious, like, is it on the 90 Day Fiance application when you sign up? They're like, do you own a babushka? If so, how many? And if so, can you wear them every day? Like, is that part of the application?
True. Okay. Here's a comment. It says, I did not like it on Shekinah when they went to Sarper's parents' house. So
Oh, that's when they said that they were dressed like the Barbie and Ken. Remember?
Mhm.
I remember those outfits. He had like the sleeveless shirt on, and she had the yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And then this one said Mina wore it best. Um, this one says they think it looks cool. This comment says, I bought one and it just keeps sliding off my head. And then I replied, white girl problems.
Yeah, I was like, if you knew what you were doing, you would tie it correctly and it wouldn't fall off your head. But okay.
And okay, here's another answer, or here's another explanation. Truly is a learning channel. Um, I wear them because my hair is growing back after going through chemo, and I look like a chia pet. They probably do it because it's cool.
Oh, so that's interesting. So she's doing it because of her hair growing back in. Yeah, the people on the show, none of them actually were going through chemo. They just think they look,
Yeah, I don't know how to respond to that one.
yeah, they think they're looking more cultured by doing it. But I'm happy that they are coming out on the other side of the chemo though. That makes me happy.
I didn't pre-read these comments. That's why, like, I didn't realize what comment I was reading when I read it. But anyway, um, let's see. The roots are showing the real color. This one says, I don't like it, but they're young. So this one says, I wear them when I need to wash my hair. And then this one says, they have greasy roots. And then it's trending. Gucci did display them in their show. So apparently in the latest Gucci fashion show, they had the babushkas on full display.
Oh, well, that explains why all the women are buying them up and putting them on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially Shekinah. I feel like Shekinah would be influenced by Gucci. I feel like that or Darcy too, actually.
Yeah, this comment says, no idea. Black people wear them to keep our hair from puffing up after we straighten it or get braids, or we just sleep in them to keep our hair neat. Now it's a trend. It was also a trend in 1998 to 1999 for non-POC, aka people of color. Guess it's back to being trendy.
Oh, so she's saying it's like being culturally appropriated because it was a black people thing and now it's an everybody thing. Interesting.
And then this one says it hides the extensions. Duh.
Well, yeah, that's what I thought it was for. It was to hide or your wig line. Because some people, depending on the type of wig they have, you can see their scalp and their actual hair under the wig line.
True. This one says, laugh out loud, old lady vibes to me, or they have shitty looking hair and they have to wear something.
Oh, that was a little mean.
This one says, a babushka is a grandmother, laugh out loud.
Wait, it is? Wait, in what language?
No,
Russian.
it's meant, like,
Oh, in Russian? No
no,
way. I didn't even
it
know
doesn't
that.
mean grandmother, but a grandmother would wear it.
No, it means babushka is grandmother in Russian. I looked
Okay,
it
my
up.
bad, I didn't know.
I didn't know either. See, guys, who said you're listening to this show and you're not going to learn something?
You're gonna learn more shit here than the actual show.
You going to learn. Oh, you going to learn up in here. We going to teach y'all some shit.
And then this one says, most people in the US call them do-rags.
They do. You're right. Do rag is like well, in the African American community, we call them do rags.
Mhm. And then because in the comment section, I was saying I'm not fashion forward. So then this comment says they're the ones who are not fashion forward. Um, let's
Oh,
But I think it's a trend that's coming back because in the like I remember wearing it in the early 2000s.
mhm.
Not
oh. So,
because
but did you wear it because of any other reasons, or you just thought it looked really cool.
Because it was a trend.
It was
That's
a
why.
trend. So everybody around you was doing it too.
Exactly. In like 2001 and 2 and whatnot. And all those trends are coming back.
Mhm.
Again, Lord
This
help me.
is true. This is true.
Here's some more comments. It hides the fake hair tracks. Nah, these aren't it. This is a great question. That woman in the throuple looks ridiculous, but so does the other one. They look so goofy.
I mean, not everybody can pull it off.
Mhm. All right. Well, I mean, there's more comments, but I feel like we probably hit the most of them. All right. Yeah. Let's move on, I guess. But that was good.
All right, we're gonna move on to our next topic.
Okay. Oh, did you see the Shawn home listing? And also, how come I didn't? This is more of a personal thing. Like, how come I didn't realize he like dyes his? I know it's like obvious, but I didn't really think about it that he dyes his hair red.
Wait, Shawn from Shawn and Aaliyah?
Yeah.
So wait, his hair is. Hold on, I needed to get a picture of him because I didn't realize his hair was red.
Well, yeah. But so on the did you see my Instagram post though of the home listing?
No, homeless. How? Now I need
Home,
I
home,
need background story now.
no, home listing. You know, his home is up for rent.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that. Yeah, and I was very
Uh,
confused.
Did you see my specific post though?
No, I'm going to your Instagram right now.
Okay, go to my Instagram, try to find that post. I can send it to you, but oh, by the way, did we lose Coco? Did Coco leave without saying bye? It looks like it. All right. Anyway, you find my Instagram post and then keep scrolling all the way left.
All
And
right,
I
on
could,
your Instagram now. Scrolling.
do you want me I have the post if you want me to text it.
Is it a
Oh my God, I found it.
Okay, find my post. I just
send it
texted
to
it.
me? Send it to me.
I texted it, and by the way, I can post it in the chat.
All right, I got it. I got it. I got it.
Like, just keep scrolling left on the post. Like,
Scrolling left.
and for the people that are listening live, I pasted the link to my Instagram in the chat. Hopefully, it should work.
Oh my God. He's the one taking the pictures for the freaking listing.
Yeah,
No way.
and you could see him with like gray hair and shit.
Yes. His hair is like, holy shit, look at his beard.
Hmm.
Yeah. I see it. Okay, I got it. So, how is he renting this house out? Where does he live while he's renting the house out?
I don't
I,
know. But
I have a million questions now.
it seems like it's off, but it's like off. It seems like I feel like he found someone to rent it to because it's not available anymore.
Yeah, it says no longer available, but when I clicked on the link, it said that it was recently no longer available. It said, because I don't know what it said it specifically,
February.
but it said this house is recently no longer available, meaning that it was available a couple months ago.
Yeah, I think as of February, it was no longer available.
But he owns that house, right? Like this isn't like a Monty and Matt situation where it's probably an Airbnb. Like
Yeah,
that's really his house.
yeah, I think he owns it because the rent listing said contact Shawn at this number to rent it. So,
Okay, so yeah, this is his. Oh wow, 8,000 a month.
mhm.
Was anybody surprised by that price? Because it's only a 2 bedroom, 1 bath.
No, that's the standard price here, so I'd assume that
So
would be.
for West Hollywood, there are people paying almost 10 grand a month for a 2 bedroom house.
Mhm.
That's insanity. Wow. Okay.
I wonder if he charges more because it's like that famous person's house.
Oh, Charlie Chapman. Didn't he say Charlie Chapman was supposedly the architect or whatever?
Yeah, that sounds
Well,
right.
yeah, Charlie Chapman was supposedly, he said allegedly was the architect that had that home built. That could be too, because Charlie Chapman is a very famous. So yeah, it could be that. And now that he has featured the house on the show, he could be renting it and Airbnb it out for more too now because it's a landmark. It's something that people are familiar with.
Yeah, because if you're in West Hollywood hanging out with the gays and you're like, hey, come to my place, it's a very famous home.
Yeah, and this show is very famous around the LGBTQ community. Yeah, I've learned because there's a lot of LGBTQ podcasts and stuff about 90 Days. So yeah, a lot of people will recognize that house. And Shawn being, a big name in the makeup celebrity makeup and hair business that might track too to get some people into that house. So
So yeah, I wanted you to see.
where does he live though when he Airbnbs the house out? Like, does he go live with his mom? Because I know his mom is local. Like, I mean, that's a cool like way to make money though. Imagine making 8 grand just by letting somebody stay in your house for a month. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's legit. If he
Like,
could,
that's legit. Like, 8 grand, you could buy a freaking used Prius. Like, that's legit.
I mean, yeah, he doesn't need to work basically.
No, like if he can literally just go stay with his mom and then just rent the house out for like 3 or 4 months, he does that's like enough money to live off for the rest of the year, you know?
Yeah, I mean that pays for his living basically. Yeah.
I mean, I wish I owned a house in West Hollywood.
Mm,
I think Aaliyah's gonna be owning it soon though, because she said she wasn't signing a prenup, right? It's gonna be Aaliyah's in the future.
I guess so. We might need to befriend Aaliyah if she got that kind of dough.
Yeah, Aaliyah, call me.
Mm.
You're looking for somebody to live in that house.
Have you ever like had any Instagram interactions with either of them?
I've interacted with Aaliyah before. Not Shawn.
Okay. True, yeah. It is just so is Aaliyah cool?
Um, I I think I commented on her post and she commented back.
Mhm.
We haven't had like any substantial conversations. I do. I heard that she is very like she doesn't follow people and she doesn't talk to people unless you're on the show. I have heard that. Like if you're a blogger or if you have a page where you talk about the show, she won't interact with you. It's only if you are other cast members.
Oh, she's a big shot like that?
Yeah, she's like very Hollywood, is what I was told.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, she's Hollywood. There's a lot of cast members that are like that though, that are pretty Hollywood. Like they unless you were on the show before, then you're a nobody to them. Like that's how they feel.
Yeah, I don't, that's not how I roll. Um, anyway, that was that topic. Let's see. We're buzzing through our topics. Let's see. Oh yeah, so David posted he's fine after that earthquake in like Thailand.
Is it weird that when I saw that on the news, the first thing I thought about was David and Annie and the baby though? Like, isn't that crazy? Out of that whole country, I
Mm.
was like, holy crap, it's David and Annie and the baby, okay? It's crazy how this 90 Day Fiance is like so taking control of my life. Because when I heard that and I heard that there was casualties and there were people that were missing, that is literally where my mind went.
I,
Yeah, my brother's in Thailand right now, so my mind didn't go to David and Annie. Sorry, my
Well,
mind
how's
went
your
to Thailand.
brother? Is everything okay?
Yeah, I was like, when I saw it, I was trying to get a hold of him and he wasn't responding, and I'm like freaking out, having an anxiety attack. And then he's just like, I didn't even feel a thing. I'm on the 10th floor. And he's like an hour and a half from Bangkok. So he's
Oh,
just
so
like,
he was outside. That's good. That's good.
but still, I'm like, I'm calling him, I'm messaging him, I'm sending him an email. Like, I'm like, oh my God, you need to respond. Like, please
Well, there's
respond.
a massive time difference, Gina, so it could have been like the middle of the night when
No, no, I looked. It was not in the middle of the night. It was
oh, so
like,
your brother is just extremely inconsiderate.
yeah.
I
But
know that
after like 20 minutes of like after 15, 20 minutes, he reassured me he was fine. So
okay, because he had to know that there was a lot of talk in the news about the earthquake. He should have known why you were blowing up his phone.
yeah, he said it was more towards like Maynard or something like that. If I'm not sure.
Myanmar or some shit.
Yeah, he was saying
Okay.
something. And then once I got a hold of him, then I started thinking about everybody else that was affected by it
Well,
because
yeah, that makes more sense. I don't know anyone personally there. So when I thought of the country, I was like, wait, David and Annie are there. And I was like,
well,
are
my
they okay?
like our neighbors, one of their son that lives across the street from them, he's also there in Thailand too, but he's fine as well. So with
Well,
his kids.
that's so scary. I think earthquake scares me more. I live in Florida, so hurricanes are nothing. Like y'all know the last hurricane, I didn't even evacuate. I stayed even though they told us to leave. I don't it just doesn't scare me. But like earthquakes, that scares me. Like I'm terrified of the ground because what do you hold on to if the whole world underneath you is shaking and breaking?
Well,
Like what do you hold on to? Nothing. Like that's scary to me.
We had an earthquake here. It was like not as big. It was like a 4.4 magnitude or something. I was at work and I thought it was like the garbage truck driving past by work because they make a lot of noise. I'm like, oh, that was not a garbage truck. That
But
was an
wasn't like
earthquake.
if you were at work, wasn't stuff on your desk like shaking?
No, because
No.
like I sit right, like it was moving a little bit, but it was so close to like the window. So the first second you think that it must be like a huge truck passing by or something, right? Because that's how it
Oh
was.
yeah, because your window, the glass in your window pane will shake when like something like if an airplane flies over. You're right, the window will shake, but you know it's not
So
a.
then I was just like, oh, it's probably just, I'm like, there's no garbage truck. I was getting ready to go under my desk. I'm like, I need to get like a mini cooler for my, like underneath my desk so I can have a cooler up here so I can have drinks here because there ain't no way I'm dying with these people in here. No, no, this is the last place I want to be is at work.
Yeah, did you see the videos of the pool? I forget what it's called when the pool's on the rooftop, but all the like
The cranes.
the pool water was like spilling off the side of the building.
Yeah, that was a crane.
Yeah. By the way, Gina, so are we gonna do strip club reviews or what?
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm sending them to you right now.
So remind me which one we're gonna do.
So, we are gonna do, well, you're going to do, it appeared on The Last Resort with Yara and Jovi when they go to the strip club called BT's Gentlemen's Club in South Miami. George, have you been?
I have not.
This is
Based
this is
based on these reviews,
Key
maybe
West.
I will.
This is Key West.
It just says their address is South Miami.
True.
So,
Yeah, Miami and Key West are different.
Okay.
It's farther south. But I mean, based on these reviews, maybe I should make a special trip out there because I told y'all I'm going to the landing strip. Like I have to go there now. Like I'm
Do it.
By the way, George, any interesting thing from your New York trip that's worth talking about?
not really. It was a work trip, so I didn't really get to have like a lot of fun or anything. But I went out to Times Square like a little tourist with some friends and just walked around. It was really cold there, so I didn't really enjoy myself, so I didn't really want to do much. So it was like in the 50s or 40s or 50s. Whatever it was really cold. It was so cold my teeth were hurting. That's how I know it was really cold.
True, yeah. I thought it's springtime. Isn't it technically spring?
Well, yeah, everyone that was there, that was from there, laughed at me and said that this is warm and you need to get over it. But for me, like here, it was like 90 degrees today, and that's like normal. So when I got off the plane there and it was 50, and I had like my beanie cap on, I had my puffer jacket, I had on a sweater, I had on jeans. I was dressed for the weather, but when the cold hit me, it's like somebody bitch slapped me. It was just so cold. And I was just like, oh man. And then I had to go outside. Like so when you leave LaGuardia where the cars are, because I had a truck that was picking me up, and I went outside to wait on the truck, and that was a mistake because they didn't text me that they were there. So, but once you leave the airport, you left the airport. So I'm waiting outside for a half an hour in the cold, and I was like, I think I'm gonna die of hypothermia. It's like really freaking cold. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
Mm, true. Oh yeah, I have the strip club reviews, by the way.
Okay, yeah, we're getting in the strip club reviews. So wait, one more time. Tell me the name so I know what we're talking about. Coco or Gino, what's the name of the strip club?
it was called BT's Gentlemen's Club.
Do we know what BT stands for?
Yeah, do we know? Because I'm curious now.
Big titties.
Oh,
There you go.
Are
okay.
you serious right now?
Jesus.
This actually sounds like a place I want to go to because my favorite thing is big titties.
Say no more.
And George, I got some, so.
Oh my God, Coco does have big titties. And you know
George,
who always asks about Coco's titties? Riley.
I know.
He literally always asks
he was
about
in
Coco.
I
here.
told him if he joined, I'd send him a free pic.
He came in earlier and he left.
Oh.
Maybe he just
What?
wanted to
He
join for
wasn't
the free picture.
he wasn't here last week either. I'm wondering
No,
what's
no,
up with Riley.
no, he joined earlier tonight and then he left.
Oh, I wonder why he left. He's usually always here. So I kind of miss Riley. I know he's been really busy because they're getting closer and closer to when he opens his cigar bar.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's just like swamped and working on that.
Yeah, okay, let's go to the strip club reviews.
So we're starting with 1 star, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, just give me 1 millisecond. Let me just check one thing real quick. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. Okay, all right, I'm gonna start. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. This is from Jacqueline, which I guess is a woman. 1 star. The girls were not very diverse at all. They all looked the same, and there were too many on the floor in regards to how many people were actually in the club. No one did any tricks. Everyone had the same lazy routine. One girl, skinny as hell, shouldn't have even been there. It
Oh,
was embarrassing to see her to try to keep up with other girls. The icing on the cake was seeing one stripper not have enough time to wash her hands after using the bathroom, but she had enough time to spray her vagina with hairspray afterwards. The
oh.
drinks were overpriced and the girls were not very cute to me. The music was probably the best part, which is sad. Won't be going back, but if I need to kill some time, this is a good pregame before going to the real event of the night. You can break a lot of rules when it comes to touching the girls and whatnot, but be careful around them. They will lie to you. A lot of them don't speak English either, so yeah. Maybe it's because I'm from Atlanta, but they're trying to act like this place is dead on arrival or something more high class. Or anyway, this place is DOA or something more high class. Sorry, not sorry. There's a lot of room for improvement. So yeah, I didn't know you could spray your vagina with hairspray.
Me neither. Now I have questions. So Coco, explain to me why vaginas need hair.
Why you guys think I know about this?
Well, I just want to know. You knew about the babushka thing. Like, I'm just, what do they need hairspray for?
Um,
Maybe to keep
there
the
is an old pageant trick. Oh God.
Okay. What does it do for the vagina though?
Don't quote me because I don't know, but I think it helps like if they're wearing like a bodysuit or something like that, it helps it stay in place.
Yeah, so it doesn't
So they're not
move.
like flashing.
Oh, so it makes it cover every.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Also, when the person writing the review said that the one girl was skinny, so do we not allow skinny girls in the strip club anymore?
The girl sounded jealous. I'm just gonna say that.
Because she was like, she was skinny. I don't even know why she was there. Like, so wait, we're like telling people that they have to look a certain way to be in the strip club now. Like, she said it like skinny girls aren't.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Mhm,
Oh, by the way, I sent the Instagram to Big BT's Gentlemen's Club to the group chat if you guys want to see the girls.
mhm.
Oh.
I sent you the pictures.
All right, well, you all look at the chicks while I read the reviews.
Okay.
All right, 1 star review from Nelly Net. 1 star. The manager, Luis, is a grimy little worm cockroach, and most of the girls are nasty low class. They are
Damn.
better places to go. This place is dirty and full of STDs, always fights and trouble.
Well, okay.
Well, shit.
I know.
Okay.
Tell me how you really feel.
Maybe you could spray the hairspray on the cockroaches or something. And it'll
Probably.
kill them, maybe. I don't know. All right, let's see. 1 star review from Wanda. It says, more of a nightclub than a strip club. Too many teeny boppers. I don't see how dancers make much. I don't see how dancers make money here. Too many girl customers in the men's strip club. Why they let them bring sand to the beach?
So it's like lots of girls there. Yeah, I'm watching actually while you're reading that, I was watching a video of the strip club, and yeah, there's a shit ton of girls in this club. Like it's I don't see the issue with that because girls tend to like to have a good time too. I don't see the issue. But
Yeah.
she thinks that there should only be like dancers and men in the whole club. That's weird.
True.
Okay. Why does it matter to her?
I know, right? Maybe if since there's too many girls in there that she's not getting
It's
hit.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
she's not
weird.
getting hit on, so she don't want no competition in there.
Yeah.
Here's a review from Mark, and I don't know if it's Mark the pilot or just regular Mark, but Mark, and it's only like a few words. Mark says, 1 star, I've had more fun at a donkey show. So
Oh,
Mark was in
Okay.
Tijuana.
I was gonna say, what kind of donkey show we talking about
The
here,
ones
Mark?
in Tijuana.
That's why
Yeah.
I added it. I'm like, okay, this is gonna go well.
Yeah, like what are we talking about here, Mark? Should you be discussing that online?
Okay, here's a. This is actually a. Oh, I don't know why. Again, I haven't pre-read these, but Gina has. This is apparently a 4 star review. So Gina included a 4 star review for once.
Okay.
Oh.
This is from Peter, and again, I haven't read this in advance. It says, let's see, I stopped in the other night for the first time in about a year, just planning to have a few beers, and ended up leaving at 5 a.m. Ouch. They had a nice selection of dancers who are all very friendly. It did not hassle you to spend a lot of money on them. The drinks are pricey, but they do have 99-cent beers on Mondays before 9 p.m. I met my new favorite dancer, Illusion, who was more flexible than an Olympic gymnast and also very beautiful. On the downside, the lap dancing areas are quite dirty looking and need to be upgraded. So there's a positive review.
I
Yeah,
put that one in for you, George, so you know you can just
yeah.
swing.
I need to know if I need to go to the place, so I need to know. And also, I'm looking at the photos, and every single girl has a BBL. If
Mm,
that does something for you, if that does
Yeah,
something,
they do.
I'm just throwing that out there, Shabooty. If that does something for you, we should plan a trip out.
true. All right, this one's from Fuckery12 is the person's name. Fuckery 12, 2 stars. It says, what happened to BTs? Used to be so much fun after a couple of drinks in South Miami. A little expensive, yes. A little crowded, yes. A little sleazy, but the good kind of sleaze, yes. I went in on Saturday though, and the sleaze component was off the charts. Gross, poorly dancing women with nasty surgical stars, patrons that looked like they were related to Hannibal Lecter, crazy prices, and way, way, way more people than the fire code would allow for. It's like you decided the only close place it's like you decided that the only close place you had to compete with was bare necessities, that it wasn't worth trying anymore. This place used to be the perfect mix of sleaze and class, but now it's racing to scrape the bottom of the barrel. Hopefully the management will wake up and try to be a little more classy, but not too much.
Oh,
So that was Fuckery 12. I'm sure that's his government name.
absolutely, absolutely.
True. Or here's Steve S, 1 star. At the door charging the women. Screw y'all. My boy has a bottle going somewhere else.
Oh,
Let's see. Norman, 1 star. This place is a booby trap for all the nasty, ugly girls.
whoa! I'm on their Instagram, and they're not ugly. Like that's a little harsh. They are using filters now, so I
It's
don't.
funny that they said booby trap because looking at that, they have like other clubs, I guess by the same owners or whatnot, that's called booby trap.
Oh,
Oh, so that might mean something different. Okay.
oh. Yeah, maybe that's what it meant. This place is a
Yeah.
booby trap for all the ugly, nasty girls. So that's probably what that meant. Okay, here's a one. It's a really long review from 1 star from Harry. Harry, this place is disgusting, and all the girls there are bitches. How they make money amazes me. I recently went there, and I'm a woman, and I was shocked at the low class girls, and not to mention the guys that work there. One classless stripper there, I forget her name, but she has a star tattoo on her face. Even went as far as to have the bouncer tell my friend to leave because she was bothering her. How the heck does someone bother a stripper is beyond me, especially because we were with a group of straight women who were just curious to see a male strip club. My take is that she got angry because we didn't give her money when she came around. She was disgusting. And since we were women, she told the bouncer to have us leave. So, in a nutshell, we were gender discriminated against. And to top it all off, I asked for the manager's business card and he wouldn't even come outside. I asked the bouncer and he just closed the door in my face. This place is ridiculous. Steer clear, spend your money elsewhere. There are plenty of strip clubs that have more class than this. The grime and scum that work here are not worth it.
Jeez.
Seems like there's a lot of female reviewers.
There is. This is kind of interesting because we think about a male strip club, we think it's all men in there and like the strippers, but it's like, and I'm watching the videos and looking at the pictures. There's way more women in this strip club than men. So this is really weird.
Strip clubs are fun.
I agree, they are.
I'd rather go see female strip clubs than go see male exotic dancers. That's just a
So
preference.
which one would you prefer? Because I have one friend and she said that she preferred to see women strip than men. Do you have a preference?
Yeah, I'd rather see women strip than men too if they're
So,
good at what they're doing. Men just like
so
get
interesting.
bored.
So do you think women are just naturally better at the art of stripping than men? Because my other friend said the exact same thing. She said
Yes.
the choice to see men dance in a strip club or women, she would pick women every single time.
Well, we should ask either Coco or Gina or both. Like, have y'all been to either y'all been to like Chippendales?
Yeah. That's a good question. So have you, okay, Coco, especially you, because you're in Vegas. Have you
Well,
ever
she's not
been,
here in the conversation.
wait, what?
She left again. I don't know what happened.
Okay, well, Gina, have you been to Chippendales?
I have not been to Chippendales, but I had seen enough male exotic dancers. They would frequent they would do ladies' nights here. And it was the same recycled like male exotic dancers over and over again. I'm like, I'm done. I'm bored. My friends can enjoy. They'll enjoy it. I'm drinking like $2 drinks. Like I'm getting drunk
Yeah.
at the bar with my friends that are bartenders. I'm like, I'm good. I don't want to see that.
Oh, so Coco,
Yes, darling.
if you had the choice to see women dance and strip or men dance and strip,
How old are the men?
however old would make you want to watch.
Oh.
Well, ask her if she's seen Chippendales.
Yeah, so you're in Vegas, right?
Yeah, so I really want to go see the Men Down Under, which is an Australian Chippendales thing. But yeah, my second date with my partner, I took him to a strip club and we both got lap dances. So yeah.
So from women though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why is it that women seem to be, because I have a friend who's married, she's straight, she's with a man. She said that she would rather, and we were actually in Vegas recently, and you know how the Chippendales dancers will be outside like passing out cards and taking pictures to try to get the women to buy.
Yeah.
We saw that and we were offered tickets. They were like, well, you guys can come to the ticket, you can come to the show for free. And she was like, will there be any women dancing? And he said no. And she's like, no, thank you. Why is it that women don't want to see men dance? What makes it
I cannot answer that question.
but because you said though that you would prefer to see a woman dance over a man.
Well, I mean, it depends on what the show is.
What do you mean? Like
Like,
how raunchy?
yeah.
Oh, so the raunchier the better, or is that
Yeah.
oh, so you want to see raunchy stuff?
Yes.
I don't, I don't know. It's weird because I'm a guy. I don't want to go watch other guys dance. It's like it doesn't appeal to me. Like, but for women, they're just like, oh yeah, I will go watch girls strip dance naked all day long.
We should ask Coco. Has she gone to like a ping pong ball show?
Oh, yes.
You have?
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what that is, George?
it's like naked men, right?
No. It's
Wait.
where they shoot a pink ball out of their vagina.
Correct.
Wait, there's a show for that?
Coco's a kinky bitch.
Is it in Tijuana?
No, it's in America.
Wait, they do that like regular?
Yeah. Well, they do. It's very popular in Japanese.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I've never seen that like outside of the internet. Like I've never seen it in real life.
Oh,
yeah, I haven't seen it in real life, but I've heard of it.
I didn't know that it was even a
I've done it.
so now that I know that you
Of
can
course.
see it, I don't
Well,
know if
You just
should I go see it?
spoke over Coco's hot tea.
Mm.
Yeah, she said she's done it, George.
Oh, you said you've done it, not just seen it. I didn't catch that.
Correct. It's cool.
So wait, have you done it for someone, or was it like for OnlyFans, or like what was it?
No, yeah, it was kind of a gag thing that I did. So, I mean,
What? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I was drunk at a party once, and I was like, look what I can do.
See, those are the type of parties that I be trying to get invited to, but nobody's inviting me.
Dating party.
Right? Like those are the parties I would like to go to.
Interesting. Well, this is why we have Coco, so we can learn new things.
Yeah. So does it?
I'm the new learning channel, guys.
So dumb question. Does it hurt?
No,
No. Okay. I just feel like shooting something out of your
I'm
vagina.
not. Yeah, but I'm not. It's not like I'm putting a tennis ball up my vagina.
Yeah,
It's like a little mini ping pong.
like beer pong with your pussy.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, but does it go far when you shoot it? How far does it go?
It's a good question.
That is a very good question. I don't know, a couple feet?
Damn.
That seems far to me. And it doesn't hurt?
No.
I have like a million questions. Sorry, guys. I'm like a kid on science class day. Like, I'm just like, what? Like, I have a million questions.
It's like smaller than a tampon.
Well, yeah. I mean, I know what a tennis ball looks like, but I feel like to make it shoot that far, I feel
Well, we're talking about a ping pong ball.
Yeah, I'm talking about ping pong.
like a ping pong ball, right? Like, it's small, but like to shoot it out of such a, yeah. Okay.
A baby comes out of there, George. A
Yeah,
ping
but not
pong
like at a
ball.
rapid speed and not like 30 feet away. Like it's much smaller and the distance the baby shoots out is much like shorter. So
True.
It's a shame Uncle Marco is missing this part of the
yeah,
conversation.
I feel like he would probably know more about this because I feel like Uncle Marco has done a lot and seen a lot. He probably would have answers to my questions.
Well, I guess when we do the 90 Day Fiance Fridays live show, you're gonna have to whip out the act, Coco.
You got the drinks, I got yeah.
True.
I'm gonna have to watch who I invite to this live show because I don't know if that's the
That's gonna be the VI. That's gonna be the like expensive
yeah.
VIP part of the show, I think.
I don't know if that's
That's gonna be Shabooty after dark.
That's the
yeah.
after party.
You'll need a
Yeah.
special ticket for that because I don't know if that's the type of show I want my mom to be at.
No.
Sure. Yeah, you're gonna have to have a blue check mark or something.
Yeah, just certain people can get in.
But everybody and people can buy their blue check marks now, can't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can actually. So yeah, they don't really mean as much as they used to.
Okay, I still have reviews I haven't read. Should I read them?
Yes,
Yeah, we should get
please.
back to reviews. We totally got sidetracked by that ping pong situation.
Okay, let's see. This one says Smithers lookalike, which I think is a Simpsons reference.
It is.
Yep.
Smithers is Mr. Burns' boyfriend.
Yeah, it says that annoying fucking tip collecting has got to go. I can't stand the constant interruptions when I'm trying to talk to someone or enjoying the dancer currently on stage. Besides, if I like you, I will tip you, and I don't like you, so why should I? Another thing that annoys me are the waitresses running to you as soon as a dancer sits with you to sell you an overpriced drink. She will take no more than 2 sips. This has driven my business elsewhere, which is a shame because I really like to frequent two of the girls here, and they just lost their regular. Um, I will say I have experienced that once in DC where it's like the chick sits down, she's like, you want a drink or can you buy me a drink? And then you buy them a drink, and then they have 1 sip, and then they eventually get up and leave. Anyway,
Oh,
okay, next review from Adam Rod. It was weak. Only two hotties, and they sat on the same two guys' laps all night. I didn't come all the way to Miami for this. Julie says this is one of those places where you basically see a lot of dry humping, and I thought that the rule was to sit on your hands until your ass numbs them because there's no way you're allowed to touch the strippers. Well, in booby traps, oh, BT stands for booby traps.
not big titties. Okay, now I understand.
Yeah, well, in booby traps or BT for squares. I guess we're squares because we call it
Yeah.
BTs. Anything goes. No, really, anything. I saw men act like chimps, smacking asses like forest fires. I felt like I was the wolf from those Tex Avery cartoons. If you want to feel shame and if you want to feel shame and check one of the many ladies into a methadone clinic, then this is a place not to go.
Oh my God, Jesus.
Dang.
Damn.
Hey, I mean, it sounds like a good time to me, though. I'm just saying. Sounds like a good time.
Okay, this is a 4-star review from Good Customer. Get rid of old man DJ. Your time has come and gone. Oh, I guess they don't like the old DJ they have there, but I feel like Coco would like him.
Yeah,
I probably would.
Mhm.
Coco would tell him to get out of the DJ booth and start dancing for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she totally would.
Here's a 4-star review from A. I've gone on a few weeknights and weekdays. A good number of girls, mostly 8s and 9s, with a few 5 mixed in. Really good private dances for $20-$25. It seems like the girls set prices themselves. VIP is pricey but worth it. Cover affordable at $5 a night. Annoyingly, all the girls make rounds of the room after a dance and ask for tips.
Mm.
Okay, this one's from Ryan. It says 3 stars. When two girls says, anyone want to go to a strip club? You go. No questions asked. My friends knew this rule, so I ended up being the two girls. So it ended up being the 2 girls and 10 guys in their mid 20s. For most of us, it was our first strip club experience. BTs met everyone's expectations. It was smoky and filled with older men. All we all swore we would never become. Oh, and there were naked women. I was surprised by the wide range of girls: tall, short, skinny, healthy, fake, real, saggy, enhanced. The last girl we saw on stage looked built enough to try out for the Dolphins this off season. Don't bother trying to use the coupon for free entry online. It doesn't work when there is a cover. Drinks are expensive. The servers are way hotter than the dancers, so it was a letdown knowing they wouldn't be on stage. Also, the DJ was utterly incomprehensible, like an that had a stroke, and like an auctioneer that had a stroke.
Damn. So I was confused. Was this a positive review or a negative review? Because I couldn't tell.
That was 3 stars.
Oh, 3 stars. Because okay, that makes sense. It was right in the middle. Because I was like, kind of sounded like he had fun, but kind of also sounded like he wished he didn't go. So I was like, I'm not sure.
This one says, good club, but I had a bad experience with someone trying to turn it into a brothel.
Oh.
Oh, I mean, based on the reviews, it kind of sounds like it is a brothel.
Mhm.
Because you can touch, first of all, the fact that they said you can not only touch women but spank them and be like, it kind of sounds like a brothel because that's like
Yeah, most strip clubs you cannot that's a no.
you can't even touch them, let alone smack them.
No.
Right? Like it does sound like a brothel to me.
Okay, here's a 1-star review from Brian. It says, I went for birthday weekend. I was a frequent customer a few years back. The, the place has changed for the worse. Let me start by saying that the club is redesigned and is not customer friendly. Before they had this long stage where the girls would dance, and now they have too many stages in the center of the club. The girls do not dance nude anymore. We noticed all the girls had pasties on their breasts, and none while on stage would even take off their tops. We had seen security asking the girls to remove their tops while dancing, but most did not comply. I thought this was unusual, as if it was some kind of employee protest or something. I am sorry, but when you go to a gentleman's club in Miami, you would expect to see some nudity. The girls hang out on couches, some even sprawled out like it's nap time. Very disappointed in this club and will never return. Take your money to another establishment for real adult entertainment.
What? That sounds really different in contrast from what we literally were just hearing in the other one. So maybe they changed the club because
Hmm.
one guy said it was a bunch of buck naked girls, and then this guy said wasn't nobody naked. So I'm confused.
I don't know. Okay, we have one last review and it's really long, so I guess it's good for the last review because it's super long. Okay, this is from Ass and Tits 5.
I like the name. I like it.
I
Okay.
already love it.
I do. I love it too.
Unfortunately, it's 3 stars, so hopefully it's still entertaining. This is the last final review. Okay, it says a few of us just had a couple of places in the Brickell area for dinner and drinks when one of them suggested that we head to a gentleman's club. I explained that we could head down US 1 for about 15 minutes and hit this place with sometimes mediocre women, or head up to the I-95 for about 20 minutes to a place like Scarlett's, which usually has a better offering. They chose the quicker drive over classier ladies, so off to BT's we go. We arrived, handed over our IDs and $10 cover, and went inside to watch the ladies dance. This place was fairly packed with customers when we arrived, but we managed to find a few open stools near the entrance to the area where they have the infamous private rooms in the back. On this night, there were also more ladies than they had been in the past when I was there, and I gotta say, some of them had some talent with the things they could do with the old dancer poles as well. On the other hand, the Latin boys really seemed to go for the one with a really nice body, but a big old badunkadunk, which kept shaking and jiggling long after she stopped moving her hips. I swear I've never seen that many men cheering for a saucy bum before, and when she'd be on her hands and knees or on her belly, they were throwing fistfuls of dollar bills right at her caboose. It was almost like they didn't even care about her, but they loved that booty and were rewarding it by throwing dollars directly at it. Um, let's see. Sorry, it's like cut off into the next page, so let me try to find my place. Okay, here it is. They were mesmerized by this thing. As always, the ladies were friendly, fun. None were really pushy and asking you to get extra services, etc. One oddity was when a girl came by and asked if I wanted to tip her. I asked if she just got done with her dance or if she was up soon, and she looked at me and smiled, shrugged her shoulders, and said, I don't know. Wow. Anyway, as always, a fun night and a good time was had by all, even the couple of the ladies who were in our party on this night. Though unfortunately, we decided to leave before we got to see the favorite that they picked out to dance for them. Leave something for them to look forward to the next time they visit, I guess. Yeah, I think we need to do stick to 1-star reviews.
Yeah, they're confusing.
Yeah.
The anything over a 1 star, I can't tell if they had a good time or they hated it. It's like I'm very confused by it.
Yeah, it's like I feel like it has to be for us to read it. I think it has to be one of the two extremes. It has to be 1 star where they're shitting on it, it's funny, or it has to be like super glowing and it's a 5-star review, then it's like maybe everything.
Yeah, yeah. I need to hear at least one 5 star review so I know if it's worth me going there. I just
Yeah.
need to know. Like, are the girls ugly, pretty? Like, yeah, I need something to tell me if it's worth it.
True. Okay, well, I think we hit our topic. So at this point, we could either talk to some of our regulars and then call it a night because it's 1 a.m.
Yeah, it's late. I feel like it went really fast though. Like the Tonight Show, it was like
Cut through our topics quick, but it's already, but at the same time, it's 1 o'clock, so I don't know how quick it was.
yeah, I know. It wasn't quick at all, but I feel like it went by fast. But so we should I know we were gonna talk to what's her name? Jenny from wait, who's the one who told the story the last time? Um
Danny's the one that had some good like sex stories and stuff.
yeah, so are we
Jenny from Toronto.
Jenny from Toronto? Yes, thank you. For some reason I was trying to say London when it was Toronto. So are we gonna do a Jenny topic tonight? Are we gonna do a Lana
Yeah,
topic
I'm
tonight?
gonna offer them to like speak, and then it's up to them if they want to speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And if Jenny wants to tell us something funny or Lana wants to tell us what's going on, we're always interested in knowing what's going on in Fresno. It's usually something insane. So I would love to check in with the ladies and see what's going on with them.
Yeah, and
And
if you
also,
posted, if for the people that are listening live, if you posted a comment earlier that we didn't read, like repost your comments in the chat, and we'll try to read them.
You guys,
and
I gotta go. It's been a long week and I gotta get to bed and it's like only 10 o'clock here. Usually I'd be fair game for the rest of it, but I gotta hit the bed early.
No problem.
I'm
no,
sorry about that.
you know we go late. We go late.
I know, but 10 o'clock is usually not my bedtime, but it's end of the year for finance, so I'm going kind of banana crazy. So been working from 7 a.m. to like 5:30 p.m. and yesterday I worked till like 10 p.m. So yeah.
Oh, I'm
All right, well, we'll finish it up. We're good. But thank you,
All
Gina.
right.
Oh,
Good night, guys.
Gina's our producer. She's amazing. Sleep tight, Gina. And also,
Thanks.
tell your job the fuck off. You need some time off. They're getting on my nerves.
I can't. They pay the bills. They
Tell
pay the
them that
bills.
I said it, not you. I said it. I don't care what they think about me.
They pay the bills. It happens every year. I'm used to it. It's March. It's year end. This is like our Boxing Day slash well not. This is basically like our Black Friday, basically.
Oh
But
yeah, I used to work in retail when I was younger. I remember watching people punch each other over stuff. So yeah, I get it.
yeah, it's basically that for finance.
All right. Thank you, Gina. We'll talk to you next show.
All right, talk to you guys on Sunday.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Sounds good. Hey, Jenny, you there?
Is
Jenny,
here?
Toronto. There, I could add her as a co-host.
Oh yeah, maybe she's muted. Because if she's not a co-host, she's gonna be muted.
I go, well, Jenny, if you're there, feel free to speak.
Hello.
Hey, Jenny.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh shit, you can hear me. Hey guys.
Hey.
Hey.
I know you like the Zoom sound quality.
The sound is amazing. There's no more echoes.
Yeah.
It's great. This was a great decision, you guys.
Thank you. That's a Shabooty decision.
It was 100 my now that I know that it's working out. I'm lying. It was Shabooty.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I think I
What?
found the right mixture of drugs where I don't remember what I did earlier today. So
That could be bad or good, depending on the situation, right? If the FBI knocks at your door, it's probably bad.
100% a good thing. I'm like, what did I do yesterday? I don't know.
Are you up to date on all the 90-day shows or what?
I think so. I haven't been watching Last Resort like every episode, but I just listen to you guys for that. So I just listen to the recaps.
If
And
you listen to us, then you know what's going on. Not much happened. There were 17 episodes of nonsense and nothing. So, like, probably 6 things happened the whole season, and I'm sure we covered all 6 of them.
yeah, exactly. So I just wait for that. So I haven't
I mean,
really.
the recommitment ceremony was just stupid.
It happened exactly how I predicted it before episode 1. It's funny because I did a prediction with on my other podcasts, the George Mossey show, and I was like, "Oh, I'm going to predict how everything is going to go," and it literally happened identically to what I predicted, and it just showed that we just wasted time. I was like, "What a waste of time!" I literally knew it was going to happen before it happened.
Did you watch the tell-all trailer?
Ooh, I've been seeing little pieces on Facebook and on Instagram, but I have not seen a full thing.
They've only shown like less than 30-second clips, probably like Shabooty, probably like 10 to 15-second clips so far, right?
Well, so I posted on my page, I posted the 30-second clip, and then I think Entertainment Tonight posted a longer clip, but the longer clip wasn't that spectacular.
They're not giving anything away. Like, that's the one thing. They'll show you like moments, but they haven't really given anything away. So I think they really want people to watch. I think that's what they're counting on. They're going to get us to watch it. Because I was like, I've watched the clips and I still don't know exactly what's going to happen. You know, like I know the insane nonsense, and I know that there's a Josh yelling session between Josh and Jasmine. There's a Rob yelling session, and then I know that I also heard, I told y'all this before, that it was Gino's birthday around the time of filming, and they brought out a cake, and Jasmine cut a piece of Gino's cake and gave it to Matt to eat, which everyone found to be really disrespectful. So that's going to be in there too.
That was during the tell-all, or was that after?
That was, well, I don't believe it was during the tell. I think they brought the cake out to him and said happy birthday on camera, but off camera is where Matt was backstage. Jasmine came out, cut a piece of Gino's cake, and took it back to Matt and let him eat Gino's cake. And somebody in the studio, either Rob or Josh or somebody, called her out for it. They're like, "Why would you give this man's cake? Like, it's enough. You know what you did to him already. Why are you just being so disrespectful?"
Like, but when she handed Matt the cake, was that on camera?
It's unclear. It's
Yeah.
unclear. I'm not 100% sure, but I know that there's an argument that ensues about it that will be on camera, is what I was told.
Well, okay. Well, let me ask this then. Like, it was backstage of the tell-all?
Well, from what I was told, they brought the cake out to the filming area. I don't know what's going to be kept in, what's edited out. I don't know if they filmed it, but I do know that they sang happy birthday to Gino and they brought out a cake. I don't know if, that's going to make it into the final cut, but I know that they brought it out. Shawn was out, everybody was out, and they brought the cake out to him.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like if it ensues into an good argument, then they'll probably keep
They
it.
might, yeah. I feel like that they've taken the low road this season, which I'm very happy with. They've taken as much drama and mess and nonsense and fighting and thrown it at us. It's funny because people were angry with the Angela and Michael nonsense and craziness, but now people have kind of warmed up to the fighting, right? Like I've warmed up to it a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like I've lectured them about there needs to be more fighting, and then they're finally listening.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like this tell-all is gonna be the most fighting, arguing, tossing stuff, aggression that we've gotten. And we've gotten a lot of Angela tell-alls, and I think it's gonna beat those. I think it's gonna happen.
I
Yeah.
can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah, I've cleared my schedule for Monday because I don't. If someone calls me, I'm gonna I've cleared my. I'm ready for this tell-all. We suffered months of this season just for this. This is the reward. So if anybody bothers me, I'm gonna block you.
Yes, assuming like I'm not dead tired or whatever, in the perfect world, we would do like a post tell-all show too.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully we will. I'm gonna do an after show, and then if Shabooty's up for it, we'll do an after show. I don't know if it'll be a Patreon after show or for everybody. Like we'll figure that out. But there's gonna be so much to talk about, and based on all the stuff that I know and the stuff that got leaked on Reddit, I've also heard from other people that there's still stuff that's gonna happen that we don't know. So I think that it's just gonna be a huge conversation to have after the part one. And again, keep in mind there's three parts. So there's gonna be drama after drama after drama.
Yeah, the people keep asking me how many parts, and then I forget. So
Three. Yeah, there's three parts. As far as I know, they're 2 hours each. Well, I don't want to say for sure. Somebody told me they're three parts, 1 hour each, and then another person told me they're two 1 hours and then one 2 hour. So I can't give you a definite answer. I just know that it's going to be over 3 weeks.
true. So, is there any topic you want to talk about, Jenny? Jenny, you there?
Oh wait, she's muted. Hold on a second.
Oh, hi. There.
Oh, there she is.
Have you guys been watching Temptation Island?
I
No.
have not. No.
Oh, it's so good.
Honestly, I didn't know that still came on.
Okay, so it was like Temptation Island's been around since like the early 2000s with the same host. And I think they got bounced around a few networks because I've seen a few seasons from the past, like maybe 8 years, disappeared, and now it's back on Netflix. And because you have Netflix money and Netflix casting, it's good. The cast are, oh, the women, gold. The men, trash.
Oh.
It's great.
I remember watching the show back in the day, and
Yeah.
I remember liking it. I do
Yeah.
remember.
Well, we're like, even though they don't really, well, we're like sharp entertainment horrors.
Well, yeah, if it comes on TLC or WeTV and it has to do with Sharp, there's a guarantee I'm gonna watch it. Actually, I didn't watch Jay and Pamela, but for the most part, I'm gonna watch
Well,
it.
hold up, but I don't think Jay and Pamela is sharp.
Oh, it's not? Okay, well that explains it because I didn't watch it. But it is TLC. TLC has like a monopoly with Sharp for some reason. Like most of theirs have something to do with Sharp. But you're right, there are shows that don't.
Yeah. But I didn't watch tonight's Love After Lockup yet.
I didn't either, but I watched last week's episode. I finished it after I got back from New York, and I was really, really impressed with the new season. It looked like Gino just joined.
Say what?
Did I see that right? It said Gino just joined.
Let me check.
I don't see him on the list. That's so weird. At the top of my screen, it said Gino, whatever his last name is, starts with a P, just joined. But you're right, I don't see him in the chat now or in the list.
maybe it was Marco or something.
Oh yeah, well, it said Gino though.
Okay, I wasn't looking.
All right,
He's just in your heart.
he definitely is in my heart. I'm definitely
Well,
team.
but Gino does listen to the recording of our podcast, for the record.
He does? Oh, Gino. I'm such a fan. I'm such a fan. I'm a Rob fan now. I'm a Gino fan now. It's crazy. Well, I gotta want to say now. I've always liked Gino, right? But Shabooty, Jasmine and I years back used to be pretty close. We talked a lot and we were friends. And it's funny because the Jasmine that I see now, I don't know that. I don't know her. The Mariah Carey. I don't know her. This isn't the Jasmine that I remember. So it's just really interesting because I thought we were friends when I think that I was friends with someone that I didn't know.
Yeah, Jasmine's in bed with a lot of dark people.
Right? It's just crazy because the person that she is now, I don't recognize this person. I don't know who this person is at all. Like she used to be a really sweet, kind person. I was having a beef with a blogger page, and she was messaging me, and she's like, "I just cursed them out for you, and this is crazy. I'm reporting them." And like she used to be a really kind person, and I just don't know who this person is anymore, honestly.
Yeah, that's one thing if you're in our shoes, one thing you'll realize is like your best friend today could be your enemy tomorrow, and you don't even have to do anything for that to happen.
Oh no, you know nothing at all. They just wake up one day and decide that you're an enemy. That's literally how this world works out here. There's people that I've been really close with we now have each other blocked, and it happens all the time.
True. Um, okay, let's see. Jenny, anything else you want to talk about?
I could definitely go on a rant about Temptation Island and the
This is the last podcast.
traditional men.
If you want to talk to Lana, everyone?
Is Lana here? Oh, she is here.
Hi.
Hey, Lana.
Well, let's talk to Lana.
Ginny, you're gonna have to tell us another one of your crazy stories.
Your sex
God, I can't wait. I can't wait until I'm like out of these medicines clouds because I had surgery a couple of weeks ago, so I'm just on meds. My brain can't think. But when I'm clear headed, I can't wait to join you guys again and giggle gaggle, share some funny stories.
I can't wait. The one story you told us, I still tell people to this day about. So it was crazy, and people are like, "Wait, what?" There were.
I don't know if you I don't know if you heard the one with the one that Captain Picard really likes, which was like the guy's dick was like a whale blowhole or something.
Yeah, that's the one I tell people about. They're like, "That's not possible," and I'm like, "No, it's possible." Ginny from Toronto told me. It's
I'm gonna
definitely
draw you guys a picture. I'm gonna draw a picture and you can post it and be like, "This is what she meant."
It's a legit thing because people are like, "I don't think that's possible," and I was like, "It's not possible because she didn't make it up, so it's possible."
See, yeah, I checked. I checked all around, like I was a nurse.
Yeah, you thoroughly examined it to make sure you knew what was going on.
Thoroughly.
No, that's a perfect story to tell around a campfire.
Right? It's like scary, but you're also like, well, tell me what else happened.
Well, okay, I'll save this story for the next time when I'm not on meds and I can tell a funny story. But remind me to tell you guys a story about how I accidentally circumcised a guy during camping.
What?
Just remind me.
We'll
schedule this in.
We'll schedule that in because now I'm interested and I want to know, like, is he like okay? So yeah, we're definitely gonna talk about that. I've never heard the words accidental and circumcision together, so this is really intriguing.
Yeah, I don't think he was planning on it either, but you know.
Imagine getting circumcised and you didn't plan on it. That's scary in itself.
Well, that's a pretty good teaser because I'm intrigued, but yeah.
Shabooty, this must be how babies feel. They didn't ask to be circumcised. Some guy just comes and clips it. So like that must be how babies feel.
True. Well, yeah, I want to know that tea.
Yeah, so next time you're on the clock, we're gonna have to know exactly what happened and what camp was this too. Like I already have like 20 questions already.
Camp
I can't wait to tell you. I will get all my details in order.
I think it's Camp Crystal Lake.
That sounds about right, actually. Yeah.
You understand that reference, right?
Of course I do. Do you even know me? Of course I do.
Lana, are you there?
I'm here. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Lana.
How's
everybody
life
doing?
Good?
Have you ever accidentally circumcised someone?
Oh, hell to the no.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
but I
sure.
don't mind pulling the skin back.
Oh, so you're okay with the non-circumcised
Oh,
penis?
for sure.
Some girls aren't.
Most of the men that aren't circumcised, when you pull it back, they have the most beautiful head you've ever seen.
Oh wait, I have a question though. Some women think that it's dirtier than like a circumcised guy. Do you believe that or no?
I'm sure if a man doesn't pull back and wash it, oh, I'm sure it could get dirty.
Have you ever been in a situation where you pulled it back and it smelled weird or something?
No,
No.
never.
Okay, good.
Because that would have been a complete turn off for me and it would have been over right there on the spot.
Oh, you would have zipped it back up,
Yep.
sent him on his way.
Yep. He would have had to go.
No,
Lana, I was 17 when I smelled my first fish tank uncircumcised.
Oh God.
Oh no, did it ruin it for you for like years? Did you stay away from penises after that for a while?
For a very long time, I stayed away from uncircumcised penises because I was like,
Oh,
no, it's gonna smell like a fish tank. And then,
oh.
a few years later, I met some very clean, very beautiful uncircumcised penises, and I was like, wow, it doesn't have to be like this.
Right.
That's how like people are that are racist. It's like you can't just assume all things are the same. You have to know that some people are dirty and some people aren't, right?
Yeah, exactly. And some weren't taught, if your mama didn't circumcise you, she should have told you how to clean it.
That's true. That's
Simple as that. You should have been taught that.
I think it's called Fermunda cheese.
Ugh.
Ooh, is that what they call it?
Yeah, it's Fermunda cheese. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, that would be a complete turnoff for me. Like, I didn't mind an uncircumcised man, but if it ain't clean, oh God, no.
Yeah. And then another nickname for it is called the anteater.
Yeah, I've heard that one. Yeah.
Ew, I've never heard that.
Right? It sounds disgusting, right? I feel bad for ladies that have to deal with that, right? Like, okay, so what if okay, ladies, you unzip the pants and then you see it. Is it like is it a surprise, a shock, a pleasant surprise, or you're just like, oh,
It's not a surprise to me at all, but the first thing I do is if I touch it and start playing with it, first thing I do is pull that skin back. I want to see if that sucker's clean.
so it's like a sniff test.
Yeah, not even a sniff because my mouth ain't down there. My hand
So
is.
you just a visual test, like
Yes.
make sure it looks clean.
And then I can look. You know what I'm saying? As I
Yeah.
pull the skin down, I can look.
But what if you're in the dark, like a bedroom, the lighting is kind of dark.
Yeah, then I don't know. We'd be in trouble. I guess I'd have to go for the smell test, like George said.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I do sniff tests. Okay, like if I'm gonna go down there, I make sure
Yes.
it smells clean and fresh. I do a sniff test,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And if it doesn't pass
Exactly.
the sniff test, then my mouth doesn't go in that area. I'm just gonna be honest.
Well, I used to tell my husband all the time, like, oh, I get so turned on when you get out of the shower because you smell so good. I just want to eat you, your whole body, So he would always make sure he was spotless, when he got in that bed because he knew if he was, I'd eat his whole body up. I love a clean smelling man. I love it. That's such a turn on for me.
You ate ass too?
Oh, hell no. I've never ate ass in my life.
True.
That's like
And I've never swallowed in my life. Never, ever, ever.
Hold up. Park the brakes.
so wait. You're a spitter?
Oh, hell to the yes.
Oh.
Shabooty, does that bother you? Because I know most guys they don't like a spitter. So like,
It bothers me, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can't swallow. I just can't do it. Just the thought of it would make me throw up all over him, and he doesn't want that.
Oh yeah, that would completely ruin the mood.
Yeah, he doesn't want that. So
throw it up, Otto. That just changed the whole dynamic of the night.
oh yeah, for sure. My husband, he begged me to do it once. He goes, just one time, just do it once.
Did you?
Just one time, and I just couldn't do it. Right when he got to the point, I just couldn't do it.
But Lana, did you ask him to taste his own cum first before you do it?
No, but that was a great idea.
See, that's a good way to shut a man.
Yes,
definitely
that's
not
a great idea.
I'll do it with you, babe. I'll do it with you. This is partnership. Let's do it. Do you want to come and have it both in our mouth, like burp, burp? Or do you want to like lick it off my body? Like, come eat your.
That's genius because he'll never ask you to do that again.
That's right. That is so smart.
Right? She's so smart. So she's like, oh yeah, I'll make sure you never fix your mouth to say that shit to me again. Because no guy's ever gonna do that, right? Oh wait, has anyone ever done it?
No, I don't think so.
I was gonna say I don't think anybody's gonna like
Yeah.
voluntarily do that. It's just not something that I've wanted to do. So no.
No. But she's exactly right. If I would have said that, I bet he would have said, forget it then.
Well, yeah, he would have
Fucking
been.
forget it. You know?
Guys will ask women to do things that they're not willing to do.
Right.
So it's interesting because if you realize because you ask a woman to swallow or do all this and you would never freaking do that. So it's like
No.
when you bring it to their attention, they're like, well, yeah, I don't want to do that, so I shouldn't ask her to do it either.
Yeah. If we were watching a movie, a porno or something, and it gets to that point where she's about to do her thing and show all his shit, that's when I turn my head. I'm done at that point.
Oh, really? You don't even want to watch it? So it's
No.
oh wow.
Nah.
It's
I'm
just a
good.
power play, really. All these guys, like, look at these women. They're a cum receptacle. They're a J
Yes.
receptacle. They're a receptacle to whatever I want to project in my own brokenness. Take it, accept it, and don't talk back. Like that's how.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, they wish. They wish.
I think we lost control of our podcast, George.
well,
Sorry.
that's an interesting point, though. It's like because when a woman finishes, she doesn't finish on a man's face. So
Nope.
yeah, that's really interesting that yeah, it is. Now that you've said that, now I feel bad.
Yeah. I used to always just play the part. So, like, right when I knew he was getting close to that point, if I'm giving him head and he's getting close to that point, then I pull it out and say, okay, now I want it.
I
So
think,
that he'd have to put it in and handle his business.
Ah,
I
see,
think,
smart.
I think long as they give head, I think that's what matters.
Yes. And good head.
Part.
Now, when it comes to giving head, I was the best.
Ooh, girl.
Well, no wonder your exes were like shooting up your.
Wait, Lana, were you superhead?
Oh, hell yeah. I mean,
Really?
I wish they were here so they could tell you. I mean,
Well, George, you heard the stories where Jose was like shooting her ex. Jose was like shooting up her place.
Yeah, I do. I do remember those stories, and maybe it was because he wasn't getting that superhead that he was used to getting.
yeah, because the other Joe was getting it.
Exactly.
And he did try to shoot the other Joe. So
Exactly.
I believe you. Actually,
Yeah.
I believe you because what would make a grown man try to shoot another grown man? Superhead.
Right.
It had to be that.
I'm telling you, I went through some crazy shit with these Joes.
Wow. You must have watched the same YouTube videos in the early 2000s as me. It was like how to give hand jobs, how to make guys excited, all these like older women.
There were YouTube videos about this?
I'll be
There
down.
There was YouTube videos of older, like middle-aged women, teaching other women how to give a proper hand job. She's like, okay, now we're going to do a countdown, alternate, left, right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. And you go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you release and she goes on and on and on and on. And I was like, wow. I learned this because the internet became a really big thing of my daily life in middle school.
Wow.
I mean, if you have to watch a video on how to give head or give a hand job, it's probably a bad hand job.
Well,
you try it out. I've heard it's good.
So when I was younger and I was doing these things, I've gotten bad hand jobs. So I'm not against a girl watching a video.
I'm just saying, like, the good ones are naturals.
Yes.
Yeah, but how do you think a person becomes a natural? They have to have done it a bunch of times.
30,000.
I'm just saying, like, they didn't have to watch a YouTube video.
But no, they beat off a lot of different dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just have to have the magic touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is true. Some girl, you're right.
It's like, like a chick that is bad at giving head, and then they go to like a chorus in person, and the teacher is like making you practice on a banana. It's like if you have to go to a class and practice on a banana versus someone like Lana who's a natural, like the natural is probably gonna be better than the person that's going to class to learn.
Hell yeah, because if I was in that class and I had to suck on that banana, she would have still said, damn, she's better than me. banana or not.
I think that you can learn things, right? I think that it's possible. Like
Yes,
that's why, like when younger guys date older women and the older woman teaches him something, I think you can learn something and become good at something that you didn't know before. I think you can.
yes.
Let's see. Let's look at the comment section. It says, yes, just talk to the older ladies. They know all the tricks.
They do.
That's right.
They do. It's the younger people that are learning from the older people. And now that there's not such much of a stigma of dating someone older or younger, like a lot of people are learning stuff that they never knew because they're dating someone older and they're being taught.
That's right. And older men also can teach you a lot.
Well,
So I get it on Coco's part because they really can teach you a lot.
Lana, have you ever dated older?
Not that much older, not like Coco.
No, Coco dates grandpas.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I dated a guy that I was probably in my 30s. He was probably in his 50s.
Oh, that's not that big.
Yeah, so it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too much, but he was still able to do his thing. Because that's my issue with the older guys. I'm thinking the older the man, the least sex you're gonna have. But Coco makes it seem like it's all good in the hood. So I don't know.
Yeah, she does make it seem like older men are like hound dogs, and I don't know.
Yes.
Well,
Based on what we've heard, that's not true, but I don't know.
well, Lana, have you ever been with a dude that took Viagra?
My husband.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yes.
How was the experience with that? Like,
You know what? It was good. I mean, he already lasted pretty good. I mean, good enough for me to get what I needed. So I didn't have a problem with that. But that just kept him going a little longer. So it made him feel like he was King Kong afterwards,
that's what they say. The older men say it's like they're a superhero.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how he felt. I mean, he'd lay there and he'd be like, still got it, that type of shit.
Jenny, have you been with a guy on Viagra, or all your dudes were not that old?
I used to party with a group of guys that did a lot of like MDMA and stuff. And I guess if you're on too much coke or MDMA, your dick doesn't work.
That is true.
Yeah, I've
A lot
heard
of
that.
I'm
Yeah.
not speaking from
A lot of
experience.
carry it. They carry like a blue pill, or what's the other one that they carry? Cialis. They carry
Yes.
it around, and then they crush it up and they take that when they come home with the girl.
I think
Wow.
Shabooty, I think Coco told us about that too. Because younger guys take it just for the thrill of it, or because they're drunk or on a certain drug. I think Coco did tell us that.
Well, Jenny, you said they crush it up, so they snort it or something?
I think he snorted it, as far as I remember, but I don't know how they normally do it.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I never knew any younger guys that needed that ever. They were all good to go, They just didn't need it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess some people get like whiskey dick is what I've heard people say, or if they're really, really high or whatever, then
Right.
it doesn't work. So they had to take it. So
Yeah, and as
Yeah.
the waiting recipient of the person who was waiting for these pills to work, it didn't work.
Right.
wait, it didn't?
The pills didn't work, and I was like, get out.
So wait, y'all were like waiting for it to take effect so you could start and then nothing happened?
Yep.
Oh, wow. He was totally impotent.
Probably
Yeah,
because
he couldn't get it
I
out.
don't
Like,
I don't think you're supposed to snort it though. That's probably because you're not supposed to snort it. You're supposed to swallow it.
maybe he got too nervous, but it definitely wasn't his first time. I knew the guy. He's a friend of a friend. So I was like, yeah, this is not going to happen.
But
Go
wait,
home.
when you talk to your friend, did he? Hold on, how do I phrase this? Was he bad in bed to everybody, or you were just the one person he was bad in bed with?
You think it was just me?
Oh, so it was just you. Maybe he was nervous. Maybe you were too hot for him. Maybe-
Well, I knew a guy that told me that he could sleep with a lot of different girls, but if he slept with this one girl, that as soon as he entered her, he would come.
Really?
Yeah, he said for some reason it was her. Something about her that as soon as he entered her, he couldn't last at all. He just had to let it out.
That was his dream girl.
Did
I
you
guess
talk to
it
my
was.
Yep.
did you talk to my ex-boyfriend?
No.
That was his Liz Marie. Just kidding.
Oh,
Yeah,
see,
his Liz Marie. Exactly.
Oh,
I think all guys have that one girl that
Yes.
they could be, good in bed. They could have a lot of riz, but around that one girl, they can't hold it together.
Yes.
I think all guys
Yes.
have that one chick.
but
And he used to tell me that all the time. And he was like, I feel so bad because, I know she's not getting hers, but as soon as I get near her, she drives me fucking nuts.
Mhm.
We have men like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
True. Hopefully they have a podcast. No, I'm kidding. True. So George, any other topics we gotta hit?
You know what I did want to ask George is, do we know when the tell-all was filmed?
We do. That's how I was filmed in January.
It was filmed in January.
And
Okay,
between the
because
sheets was
Jasmine looks
filmed.
to be maybe 4 months pregnant on that show.
Yes. Okay, so Between the Sheets was filmed October, November. The Tell All was filmed in January.
In January, okay. And then when we seen that, okay, it was filmed in January. We're barely seeing it now. So I'm trying to add up those months, and I'm thinking she hasn't had her baby yet.
Well, the math for me is telling me the same, that she hasn't had the baby yet. But it's hard to pinpoint how far along a woman is just by looking, because I've learned that women carry babies differently.
Oh, they do. Some carry small, some carry big. That's true.
Oh, by the way,
So
George, here's now we're just like Chris conspiracy theorizing about something different, but like doesn't Matt have a twin? So don't twins, isn't it like hereditary, meaning like it's a higher chance of you having twins? So
Oh,
what if
yeah.
Jasmine is having twins?
oh yeah, if you are a twin, you are like 4 or 5 times more likely to conceive a twin with someone than someone who is not a twin. So
Yes.
it's
Kelly's very
very
big.
Yeah, that's true. It could be a twin because Matt does have a twin brother. So that is an option, or that is a journey direction that this could go, and it might have looked like she was farther along because she was carrying 2 babies instead of 1.
That's true.
Exactly.
So that's very possible too.
That's
That's
and
probably why
maybe that's why she said she didn't want to talk about it, huh?
well, and then maybe that's why when she has all those freaking like registry gifts, it's registry gifts for 2 babies.
Wow.
Couldn't that be true?
Wow. That's a good clue.
To be honest with you, who knows?
Yeah, you never know. I'll tell you what, if it's a baby girl, I feel bad for her sons because she'll forget about them.
Well, son singular.
Oh, true.
Son
Supposedly the
singular.
other one's not hers, right?
Yeah,
It's
that's what we
her
learned
son
too.
from a previous marriage. So it's a stepson. You know what? I don't want to say that it's not her son, because there are a lot of step parents that have taken on fully that responsibility. So I don't
Yeah,
want to
that's true.
say that, but it's not her biological son, even though she told us it was on the show.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah.
Because she always talks about her sons, my sons, my son.
Yeah. Yeah. And Fiancé is apparently the one that was on the show. So that's the one that she had with her ex-husband. And then the other son, I don't even know the name of this son, the one that has autism. We've never seen him or
No.
anything. She keeps it very private. And then there's also the rumor that her sister is her daughter.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, y'all heard that rumor too.
Yeah, that's right. I do remember that because her sister was very young and her mother looked very old.
I know. I said it too. Because
Yes.
I don't want to be all up in her uterus, but how did this happen?
Right.
This happened.
Yeah, that lady looked pretty old. I don't know about that.
That's the rumor. And there's so many theories, about her. So we don't know, what's real and what's not. But Uncle Marco did verify that that is a stepchild. And that's been going around Reddit too. So we now know that it's not just a rumor. This is from within the family as well, that he heard
Right.
say that was a stepchild.
Yeah, I believe him.
I'm definitely watching them on that next series they're going to be on because I want to see Matt get everything he deserves because Jasmine's definitely going to give it to him. She's loony. She's loony as hell.
It's only a matter of time before she
It's
turns up.
only a matter of time. He's gonna see. He's already seen the crazy. He's seen it already.
I think that Matt is doing it because he wanted to be on TV. Because we saw
Yes.
he was an actor, and
Yep.
we saw that he liked the spotlight. And I think that this is funny because Jasmine entered into that relationship with Gino, and I don't think there was ever love there. And I think that Jasmine entered into this relationship with Matt, except it's the other way around. I think she does love Matt. I think Matt just saw an opportunity, and
Exactly.
kind of like the shoe is on the other foot. She did this with Gino for the opportunity. I think Matt is doing this with her for the opportunity. So she's kind of getting a full circle of how she treated Gino. I think the same thing is going to happen to her.
Exactly. I believe that 100%. She's gonna get everything and tenfold. She's gonna get it all paid back. And I hope when we see them together, I hope we see that their relationship isn't good. It's not good. Her and Matt won't stay together.
Well, we heard the rumor. Remember the rumor went around that he was being abusive. Her ex-publicist said
Oh, that's
Mhm.
right.
he's abusive.
Yeah.
So this is alleged. We don't know what's true or not. The ex-publicist was like, "Oh, he's an abusive man," and I don't know, what.
But I can see that. I can see Jasmine going at him. But the problem is Gino never went back at Jasmine. This guy would.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think that Gino was an easy target because he
Yes.
could never defend himself or fight back.
That's right.
It's easy to bully someone who's not going to fight back.
That's right.
The one thing I learned in middle school or elementary school was bullies don't like it when you punch them back. So
Nope.
I learned that. I started punching them back and I stopped being bullied. And I think that Jasmine might have met her match, unfortunately.
Yes.
And she hit him and maybe he hit her back. Right?
That's exactly what I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's maybe why they may not be living together because they had that fights and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bet you it's real bad. Because like I said, Gino would never go back at her. He would never raise a hand to harm her at all. I don't
Yeah.
care how much he didn't want to sleep with her. He would never harm her. And now with this guy and Jasmine's personality and the way she is and her jealousy and all of that, I can see them fighting all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jasmine gonna fight with everybody. I feel like Jasmine is one of those people that just likes to argue all the time.
Yes. Yes.
She's like Angela. And she
Yes.
just likes to argue. It's just, how some people you meet them and you're like, damn, why are you not a lawyer? Because all you do is argue. I feel like that's how Jasmine is. She just likes to argue with people.
Yes. And I think that's why she got with Gino, because she knew she could get over on him. But now with this guy, Matt, he's not going to let her do that. He's not going for it.
Well, yeah, I feel like he fights back and he likes to be right. She thinks
Yep.
she's always right. He wants to be right, and they're never going to stop fighting because when you got two people who both think they're always right, you're always going to be arguing.
Always going to be arguing.
True.
Crazy.
All right. Well, it's pretty late. It's 1:45 where I
Oh,
am.
wow.
Yeah, this is, I think, might be the longest show we've done in a while. I think the last one was 3.5 hours, but I think it's longer than that right now. It's pushing 4 now.
We started a little later because we had to get everything set up. But yeah.
Yeah, this
Well,
is
it was
been a
good
long show.
talking to everybody.
I had fun, and who would have known that we were going to be talking about spitting, swallowing, and hand jobs?
Exactly.
That's like the after hours part of the show.
Yeah, this
That's
is
right.
not suitable for work. If you're at work right now and this is playing at your desk, I'm sorry in advance.
Yeah, that's when it's time to take your horny ass to sleep.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, thank you everyone for joining us. Let's give some shout outs to Uncle Marco. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Uncle Marco.
Thank
Uncle
you,
Marco.
Lana, Jenny, and who else? Elena for making those songs.
Yeah, and if you didn't listen to the Last Resort song, it's on Shabooty's Instagram, @shabooty.com on Instagram.
Okay, like, let me just
Heard it.
I'll give some before we end it. I'll just shout out to people that are listening live. Andrea, Coco Puff, JAL, Jenny C. I'm not familiar with Jenny C. I know Jenny Toronto and I know Pineapple Jenny.
Right.
Hey,
Maybe
Jenny.
maybe Jenny C is Pineapple Jenny. I don't know. Let us know. There's Joda, Lori, Lioness, Day, Lori number 2, Musina, Patty, Raven, who I know, and Z White, and then anonymous Zoomer user, which has to be Matt Sharp himself, probably.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely either Matt Sharp or Jasmine. One or the
Or
other.
Gino.
Or- I'm telling you, I saw Gino's name at the top.
Yeah, you saw Gino's name, so
Maybe- no,
he
no,
might have
no.
joined and then said, "Oops, I meant to go anonymous."
No, that's
Yeah.
probably true. He probably joined and then he changed his name to Zoom user.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
probably what happened because I'm not even lying. I literally saw it. It popped up at the top of the screen and said Gino Palazza joined, and I was like, "Wait, what?"
Uh-huh.
I'll ask him,
Yeah,
I'll message him and say, hey, were you listening anonymously?
I know he here. Hey, Gino, I know you here.
Yeah, tell him we got all excited thinking we were about to talk to him.
True.
I know. I was excited, but technically, he is banned from talking until the tell-all is over. So
Oh, that's right.
I get why if he was here, he left. He's literally banned from speaking of it.
True.
I got Lana saying true, so yeah.
Yeah, you do.
It's kind of a word that we've all adopted from Shabooty at this point. We're all saying it now.
Right? It just comes out naturally.
It does, right? It just flows.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, I guess we should end it at that point.
All right. Good night, guys.
All right, thank you, everyone, for joining us. This will be on Apple and Spotify. And then for our super hardcore fans, join us on Patreon, because if you missed it last Saturday, George and I did an hour-long extra bonus show because we ran out of time and we didn't get to all of our topics. And then you never know if we do a last resort tell-all extra show that may end up on Patreon. So be sure to join us there for extra content.
Yeah, do that, please. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. And hopefully this was a good show. It was definitely interesting. And we'll see you Sunday night.
Sunday night. Peace out, everybody.
Good
Peace.
night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.